With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes are Phil to Phil. With so much time to kill, he promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and show. Streams online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shaz's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money he earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once kicked off across the board with charge to what because his code can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machine. Snorting, burping, leaning, ban it matters not if Patrick find his child can't to see if powers make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before launching into a big pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of college cat and party life and all his strife while forgetting that it's unwell and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act that is a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Teaches nearly over and awareness in sight with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here. Happy Wednesday to everyone and happy, DSP Bingo Day. This is the final DSP Bingo before his day off tomorrow. It's also the final day of August and he will be quite desperate for, well, usually he'd be desperate for tips at this point in time because it's his day off tomorrow. But the fact of the matter is he's facing quite a substantially poorer YouTube payment next month due to how poor August has been for him for memberships as well as super chats in general. He's earning like potentially like $1,000 less than usual, which is a significant chunk of change when you think about it. So yeah, that's quite a significant drop in income. The tips tracker sadly has not been updated from yesterday yet. I guess Piece of Peace was busy last night to have done it, but as far as I'm aware, Phil hit all 3 member tier goals on both streams. I'm pretty certain Phil got over $300 yesterday. In fact, we can probably just check that ourselves right now. And by the way, he's going to be playing Destroy All Humans 2 again. According to his Read poll, they voted 2-1 in favour of Destroy All Humans 2. And he's not looking forward to it because the plot's all cringy apparently. And he's also bitching and whining about the media blitz about Last of Us 1 re-release isn't a cash grab and all that shit. It's, I don't know, I've got a couple of things to say about that, and if Phil brings up, I've got something to say about that. So, we'll see what he does. But let's actually give ourselves a little quick education. But by the way, Meerkat's going to be streaming live very soon. I've got a link pinned in my chat if you guys want to check out his stream instead. I'll not blame you if you do. It's like I'm not trying to put myself down. But Meerkat's a pretty good streamer as well. He covers this cat. I don't know if he's got anything in particular he's covering. He's got a picture of wings in his thumbnail, as well as, a baby Phil. So I'm not sure what he's got in mind. He might be covering the pre-stream as well. He might be doing his own wee thing. I don't know. But either way, he is going to be live soon. Let me get a quick check of what he did. Where's the... Oh shit, Super Crazy got a video out. I didn't even fucking realise that. So, Super Crazy made a new video. It's funny because people are saying they miss Super Crazy making these kind of videos. And, well, there you go. Super Crazy released a video last night, it seems. In Profit, he didn't do the special big video. He said he was going to do the fucking special big video and he didn't. So that's annoying. It's annoying that. Where we're looking for? I am looking... So this is the day stream. And this is the night stream. Okay, cool. 2 seconds, guys. So Phil ended the day stream on $161. It ended the night stream on $163. Confirmation. He got all his tips goals hit. He hit every single one he had to hit. So, yeah, Phil got over $300 in tips yesterday. But, yeah, the members didn't really come for him. Even though he's trying to prioritise memberships and all that shit because he wants that YouTube payment to be better than it currently is. So today he might really push hard for some memberships getting gifted to him. He might really emphasise that point. Even though it's his day off tomorrow, even though tips would help him more on his day off, he is also desperate to try and increase what is this YouTube payment here This, you know, for $3,502, it'll have changed then. It's probably gone up maybe, you know, $50, $100, maybe, I imagine, from last night's antics. But yeah, Phil is having a significant lower YouTube payment next month, and this is his last day to try and raise funds for it. But it's the same situation for every single YouTube person, you know, I mean, myself included. Anything you guys are kind enough to give me today will go towards what I get in September, so, well, you know, it is what it is, but the difference is I'm not fucking pretending I'm fucking, you know, desperate for this shit. Obviously, don't get me wrong, money's nice. People, who doesn't fucking like getting money, you know? But yeah, I'm not fucking, you know, I'm not fucking pushing it on, I'm not saying, guys, I need to pay my bill. Everyone needs to fucking pay their fucking bills. Kirby Souls is asking, did not Phil talk about doing this video to explain the whole become members even now when my account is in jeopardy? Personally, I think that he was so distracted by his tips money high, he hit all 3 tier gold rewards on both streams. That's a kind of rare successful day for Phil. The last time that happened for Phil, when's the last time that actually happened for Phil? We hit blue on both streams. As a closet stream, that doesn't count for the closet stream, that's like a whole marathon event. This one here, Stray. He played Stray on the 19th of July, and he played as Dusk Falls, and that was a successful double whammy day for him. So yeah, I think he was basically just feeling a bit of a high from the how successful tips were, and he just completely forgot to fucking talk about the importance of, you know, becoming a member or not shouting super chats and all this garbage. But yeah, Phil is wide awake, as you can tell. He's tweeting already. We'll just refresh us actually in case he's tweeted anything else since then. It takes a wee while to load knitter pages. I don't know why. I think he's not national. Okay, cool. And is he in his chat yet? Yep, he's in his chat. Hello all. I'm good, thanks. And I'm in a fucking hurry for him. While we're waiting for Phil to get set up, how about we shuffle this a good bit and then spin the wheel, and that'll help us pick our bingo card for today. Just shuffling the crap out of this, look at it all getting shuffled to crazy, you know. So, are we all ready? Are we all ready to try and pick a bingo card? Go. Hateful slurs. Hateful Slurs is the winner here, so Hateful Slurs is going to help us pick our bingo card for today. And of course, we need to pick a card between 1 and 210, which means I need a number. So, you know what's coming, guys. First number I see in chat, Kirby Souls immediately with a 13. The first number I saw in chat was Kirby Souls with 13. Sorry Prophet, sorry Train, sorry Dan Dark, but Kirby beat you all to it. So the 13th bingo card, which is this one. So this is our bingo card for today. It looks like, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Touch His Face, him saying business, the chair creak, something style, and leaning ban. Then we've got Dead Air, him saying fuck, bills, the arm flail, and him saying likes. And by the way, we're doing a new thing. If he says likes at all, it doesn't matter if he's talking about YouTube and getting likes on videos, or if he's talking about how much he fucking loves hot dogs, not shit. If he says the word like at all, we're fucking counting it. That's my fucking new determination of this shit, because it doesn't really mention YouTube like shit anymore, and it's kind of annoying me. So yeah, him saying likes whatsoever, it counts. Okay, then next slide, it is what it is, the microphone bump, him snorting, him butchering a word, and the hateful slurs. Then we've got him burping, him saying wrong, the leg slap, good old leg slap. WTF are you talking about? Also, we will accept what are you talking about. It doesn't have to say the fuck. And him drinking. Finally, I've got him saying absolutely positively, which was on yesterday's card but didn't come in. But it is something he does say sometimes. He said it like a dozen times in August, which is surprising. Then I've got him saying day off, which is coming up tomorrow, so he should definitely say that. Him saying example, him mocking chat, and him saying reality. I think this is a decent card. Let's be positive, guys. You know, let's be optimistic. You know, we're not far away at all yesterday. We were like 3 or 4 short yesterday. The day before that we were 1 short. We are due another fucking winner. Today's gonna be a fucking day. We're gonna end August on a good note. We just gotta fucking believe. But let me just save this fucking bingo card before I forget to, because I do forget sometimes. because I'm a dumb piece of shit like that sometimes. Okay, I have got it saved, and there it is. I have secured the bingo card. It's all safe, nice, and we're not going to lose that. Fantastic stuff. I could. So what could I do? Usually I'll just fucking turn the music on. You guys can enjoy music for a while. But I'm tempted just to fucking put on Meerkat stream instead, and you guys can watch some of that here while we're waiting. Meerkat's not even live yet. It might be late, but I'll let you watch Raw DSP. You bastard. What is the plan for this? Do we know what he's actually got planned here? Oh, is it hang on. If this is a live stream, why has it got timestamps? Surely, no. It's probably copy and pasted from like a previous live stream. And he just didn't cover over that. I don't know. I'm very confused. I don't think this is a pre-recorded video. I'm not sure. I don't think it would be. And Meerkat's confusing the fuck out of me right now, man. Screw it. How about we just wait for Phil to go live and keep. We'll do what we usually do for now, and when Meerkat's live, shut the fuck up your shitty music. When Meerkat's live, and maybe check him out just for a wee bit. But until then, I'll get the game all set up properly.
We went and got dinner. Now, this was a double-edged sword. We knew that the restaurant we were going to was probably going to be good. It was a very high-end, Chinese-style, Asian fusion-style restaurant, okay?
That is business related, and I do still have it.
It's WWE champion time.
Go. Into the money, stupid fuck.
I love it.
Go. By eBay. Hell! It's been tough. I always think that it's my fault. Drinking gin. Yep, I'm toxic. I love Hulk Hogan's dick. My ass is so fucking stretched.
Oh, no, you didn't, you motherfucking piece of shit cocksucker. Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you. For now?
Go. Into the money, stupid fuck.
I love it.
Go. By eBay. Hell! Hateful slurs. Lame brain pieces of dumb fucking hateful slurs.
Why am I toxic? I love it. Hey, Mr. Burnell, you there? I am present.
Right, I understand. He's claiming that he's got $5,000 a month in expenses and only $5,000 a month in income, and net's about $35.
It's Kevin's fault.
The topic I want to discuss is depression. Depression is not a joke. It's not something to be joked about with. You are not alone. You are not a horrible person because you have this. It's not your fault. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me. It's WWE Champions time.
It's been tough. Over the last decade. It has. It's been tough. It's been tough. Over the last decade. It has. It's been tough. It's been tough. Phil's a beggar. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. It's been tough. Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar. It's been tough. Phil's a beggar. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. It's been tough. Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar.
Super Meat Boy is in the stream chat, whining and complaining, saying I never talk to anyone unless they tip me or they send me money, which is completely false. All he's been doing is sitting there all night complaining that he's depressed and no one cares. And everyone's basically ignoring him because you're like, dude, we just don't care. You know, you come in, the first thing you say is you're depressed. And what are we supposed to say to that? Now he expects that I'm going to derail the whole stream to talk to him live. So let's do it. Super Meat Boy, how you doing? You're really depressed tonight, huh? You're really depressed.
My stream is my place of business.
The company's name is Brunel Productions. It is internet content creation of on-demand and also live video streaming services.
Big up to your dad. I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel.
Please tip me.
I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel.
Because I have bills coming up. Please pay my bills. I'm nervous. Draft for cash.
You better take a sip.
Please pay my bills. I'm nervous. Draft for cash.
Get a real fucking job.
I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel.
Please tip me.
I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel.
Because I have bills coming up. They fucked me again, left and right, and my ass is so fucking stretched out at this point. It's time to push back. It's time to push back.
I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel.
Please tip me.
I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel.
Because I have bills coming up. I've never ever used a hateful slur. Ever. And that pisses me off. I want to watch some faggot. Some homo. Fiddle's a nigger.
You better take a sip.
I'm a mature adult with a business degree.
Big, 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 big. All I see you do is big, 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 big. Little piggy, why you? Big, 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 big. All I see you do is big, 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 big. Little piggy, why you?
Yesterday was a really slow day for me on stream. I didn't make a lot of support yesterday. It's you guys, and you know, how much you're liking the content I'm doing in a given day, how much you can afford to support that content. Can you argue it's a begging model? I mean, I guess.
This dude is a piece of fucking garbage.
I need this money, I get this money, beg for this money, I want the money. The only time I chill is when I pay my bills. The only time I get to chill is when I spend the bills.
Scumbags and mental cases on the internet still support I'm a beggar and I'm a loser and I'm on level 1. And I can't go on a honeymoon with my wife. I'm paycheck to paycheck. I'm on level 1.
I need this money, I get this money, beg for this money, I want the money. The only time I chill is when I pay my bills. The only time I get to chill is when I spend the bills. I need this money, I get this money, beg for this money, I want the money. The only time I chill is when I pay my bills. The only time I get to chill is when I spend the bills.
If you are watching his shows and you're paying his bills, you're a fucking loser. You should not support this guy. He had an opportunity to make serious money to entertain you, and he wouldn't do it. But you're gonna still fucking give him $200? You're gonna give him $50 to pay his fucking bills? Nah, you got a job. You keep your money. Fuck that guy.
I understand that people right now are so hyped for the gifted memberships, and I'm very grateful for that. I mean, thank you. But I hope that that doesn't mean that people are going to forego tipping, because that would put me in a bad situation. And in particular, I don't know why you guys, okay, why are you laughing? Grocery shopping, tips, meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Why are you laughing? Oh, so hilarious that this guy has stuff financially tight. I literally can't afford stuff on Tuesday on my day off, and you're gonna laugh? Oh, that's funny. When you can't go and do something with your family on your day off, your one day off for the week when you're working full-time 6 days a week. That's funny, right? No, it's not fucking funny. Now shut up. Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Huh? Huh? Huh?
This one's for all my baby girls.
Why do I say I'm not a children's entertainer? Because I'm not a Muppet. I'm not here to play a character. I'm not here to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I don't dye my hair. I don't act stupidly constantly to get attention from children. I don't do stupid pranks. You know what I mean? I don't cause drama. I'm here just to play games and have fun. I'm a legitimate gamer.
Big up Skier Cat.
I eat banana, tasty banana, put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I eat banana, tasty banana. Please the peeling comes in there, put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
Act and talk a certain way with certain mannerisms, certain over-the-top reactions, screaming at the top of their lungs, jumping, flailing, doing weird things, constantly on camera.
I eat banana, tasty banana, put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I eat banana, tasty banana. Please the peeling comes in there, put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. I eat banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I eat banana, tasty banana. Please the peeling comes in there. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
When we hit the 250 vestry for that celebration, I'm going to debut a new vest. There we go. Celebratory bubble blow. Very nice. There's bubbles everywhere. There's bubbles all over my PlayStation 4 controller. There's bubbles on my microphone stand. There's bubbles everywhere tonight. It's out of control.
Like exploding in the stream chat. People who, they pretend like they support me. They pretend like they're positive, and they're not. They're shitheads. They sit here and they sneak this, and they say underhanded things. They try to literally bring up, either detractor memes or literal drama shit every day. They do it on purpose so that they can try to derail the shit that I'm doing on my streams, you know? And it just gets to the point where it's so frustrating. I just want to have fun, man. I really just want to fucking have fun. That's it. That's all I want to do is have fun with you guys. Fun. Way more fun. I just want to have fun. Way more fun. I just want to have no taxes, bills to pay, nice chill stream today. You're having a fun and interactive time with me, and you're finding entertainment, positivity, and value in it. Then the support should just come naturally. Okay? I just want to have fun. Way more fun. I just want to have fun. Way more fun. Here's the bottom line, and I'm tired of it now. No more excuses, all right? Because the bottom line is people are like, Phil's not engaged in his commentary, and Phil's commentary is boring, and that's why people don't want to watch the playthroughs of the streams. Bullshit. I'm loving this game. I'm voice acting. I'm engaged. I'm commentating on everything that's going on actively. Bullshit. I call massive bullshit on any idiot who says that about either the Watch Dogs 2, which I've been playing recently and really liking, or Pokemon. It's bullshit. I call complete and utter bullshit on anyone who's saying that I'm not engaged and I sound like I'm bored. I'm not. So I've had enough excuses. It just seems to me like people are fucking lazy and don't want to come out to the streams. I don't even know what else to say, you know?
Right now, for the next week, I'm literally strapped for cash. The only money I'll have is tips coming in on the streams. And that, by the way, I have to raise money to pay 2 big bills next week. All my utilities are due next week. So now in the next few days, I have to raise money to pay my utilities. And then, you know, see what I mean? Like, this is how it is for me. Yet these shitheads out there want to fucking fuck with me behind the scenes, ruin my all kinds of financial shit for me. Then on top of that, make stuff up to try to make me sound like a terrible person on the internet. To make money, I have to pay Ben bills. You know, I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay my taxes, pay my back taxes. I have to pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills, bitch. Pay Ben taxes. I have to pay Ben bills, bitch. Day to day, tips to tips, to pay bills and things. Eventually things will get better, but kind of stuck right now with how things are. That's why I'm trying to make money. I have to pay Ben bills. You know, I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben taxes. Bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to. If you want to sit here and you want to pretend like you're holier than thou, I'm better than those content creators, man. Because I have a job where I work 9 to 5 and I bust my ass at my job and I earn a paycheck, man. And then I come home. See, I'm not on the internet begging for money all day, man. See, I'm better than them, man. No, you're not any better. Everyone's the same. No one's better than anybody else. Get your ass out there and fucking work, bitch.
Oh, you're right. You will take the ban. You're absolutely right. You will take the ban. You'll take the ban hard right in your fucking ass. Get the fuck out. You're supposed to be someone I trust, and you're gonna be a dickhead and go behind my back and hurt me and insult me. Get the fuck out. You'll take the ban real hard right up the finger.
I'm just going to ban.
Why am I toxic?
Ban. Gone. Bitch. Fuck you and your mother. Fuck the trolls. Bitch. Fuck you and your mother. I'm just going to ban.
Why am I toxic?
Ban. Gone. Bitch. Fuck you and your mother. I'm just going to fuck you and your mother.
Okay guys, quick wee thing. I've ticked off lean and ban because Phil actually leaned somebody, but it was Clyde Baxter, and it really wasn't an actual ban, it was a timeout. So Phil actually said himself, did he just get modded before I could time him out? And another mod confirmed it was a timeout Clyde Baxter got, who is a regular in Phil's chat. So, even though the message shows it deleted in Phil's chat, and even though Phil done it himself, some people are. Am I counting this as a lean and ban or not? I've already ticked it, but we know it's not actually technically a ban because it's just a timeout. So I'm letting you guys decide. Will I keep it as ticked off or will I untick it? And we'll just wait for an actual proper confirmed. So if you want me to undo it, just say undo. And if you want to keep it, just say keep it. Just so we're all on the same page. So some people are saying let it stand, some people are saying keep it, some people are saying count it, most people are saying keep it. DJ don't know what's me to undo. If he's going to come back, that's not a ban, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Keep in as well, Phil's not alone in this chat today for moderating it. He has some mods on there, at least one anyway. One moderator at least is on there with him to help him control the chat, so if somebody comes in and has a ban, there's no confirmation. We don't know if it's going to be Phil doing the lean and ban, if somebody just vanishes. And the only way we'll be able to determine that is if Phil says, let's just ban this idiot. He does it himself. That might be the only way we determine that.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Platinum and Pictures, for the super chat, who says, need more raps. Buddy, I've got like 14 of them on my channel. There's a playlist I've got on my channel if you want to hear more. They're there. They're publicly available with my daft wee things I make. But yeah, I mean, go to my channel and, go to my playlist section, you'll find all of them there. It's not going to sell out. But yeah, if you want to hear more of them, go for it. I mean, if that's what you want to hear. No, they're there. They're available for people. I've been making them since January, these daft wee things. So... yeah, I tell you what, guys, going back to the question in hand, about the bingo thing, I'm going to undo it. There's too much disagreement. Whenever there's too much disagreement, it means it's too controversial, and I'm just going to not count it. Because we know for sure it wasn't an actual ban. We know it was just a timeout. So fuck it. We're not going to cheat. We're not going to do that anything. We'll try and get it legitimately, and we'll try and be good about it. So I think it's the fairest thing to do. Let's just wait for a true legitimate one. But yeah, thank you very much, Platinum Pictures, for super chat. I can actually try and fetch you the link if I can to things. Oh, Phil's starting. Never mind. Phil's about to start. Right, guys, you know the drill. Tag me in chat if I miss anything on the bingo card. Just tag my name in chat, and I can pause it sometimes as well if I need to. I don't want to try and pause it though before the Lillian ban happens, because right now the live chat is up. It's up to date with the video. If I pause the video, if I pause the live stream, the chat will keep going and we'll fall behind. So spotting the Lillian ban might be harder. So I'm not going to pause until we get a Lillian ban. That's what I'm doing right now. No pausing until a Lillian ban happens. So here we go. Good luck, guys.
Good morning, everybody out there. How you doing? Oh my god, I really have a bad track record with this ghost now. This is getting embarrassing. I apologize. I really wish this ghost had an auto-on feature, but it does not. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Level 1 Podcast. I am Darkside Phil. Today is my final consecutive streaming day of the week, which incidentally is also the final day of August. It is August 31st, 2022. Welcome to the show. We've actually got a good amount of stuff to talk about today. In particular, in the realm of gaming news, we had some interesting announcements overnight about certain gaming companies being purchased or partially purchased by investors. I want to talk a little bit about the implications of that this morning. Today also was early review day for The Last of Us Part 1, also known as The Last of Us re-release. Yes, that's really what it should be called, not Part 1, because there already is a Part 1. It's just not called Part 1. It's called just The Last of Us. So I prefer re-release. It more accurately describes what the game is. Not surprising what the reviews are, although I would like to add some commentary to it. Admittedly, I'm happy to hear about a lot of the good things in this game, notably the accessibility features, which sound like a huge triumph, and I would like to obviously go over that on the podcast today, because this is something huge that I feel should apply to all future AAA releases. However, that doesn't ignore the fact that, pretty much every single person who reviewed the game is not addressing the $70 price point on purpose. So we will talk about that today. And of course, we have a schedule update because you guys voted overnight. And the question was, for today's main gameplay stream, what did you want to see me play? Would it be the continuation of Destroy All Humans 2 Reprogrammed, which I started yesterday, which graphically and gameplay-wise I was enjoying, but story and plot-wise I was really cringing? Or did you want to see me continue on with my playthrough of Saints Row 1, which has been quite good so far, and I'm really enjoying myself in that regard. And the fact that we just finished a bunch of side quests and we're about to do a slew of story missions was kind of cool. Well, you guys voted. We're going to talk about the results of that vote today. and how that has implications on the schedule for the next week. Because, man, the next week is going to be very exciting and interesting, for sure, with the stuff that I've got on the agenda. Is it just me, or is the camera, like, aimed a little bit too high? I actually did a readjustment of the camera yesterday, I think. Was it yesterday or the day before? When Jasper was in the chair here. And I think I don't know. If it looks okay to you guys, I'm going to keep rolling with it. Unless you think, oh, it looks like it's too, is it? Do you want me to lower it a little bit? What do you guys think? Is it good? I don't know. It looks fine. I think it's fine. We'll leave it as it is. Whatever. Okay. So, today's my last consecutive streaming day of the week. And I'll be honest with you guys, kind of weird because last week was such a long week. It was a 7-day stream week for me. And now this week only being a 5-day streaming week, it kind of throws me off. I definitely feel like this week completely flew by in like a blink of an eye. I don't really feel like we even did that much. While last week I feel like we did a ton, okay? For example, I only got to play Midnight Fight Express once. Damn, I really like the game. I wish I played it more, right? I'm only going to get to play Multiverses once tonight. That's it. So it is what it is. Now, next week, it will be a 6-day streaming week. Thursday is my day off this week, and Thursday is my day off next week. So it'll be 6 full days of streaming, which should be fun. It's going to be good variety, continuing on with my main playthroughs on the daytime, a good variety of stuff at night, a marathon. So definitely, should be pretty interesting. I'm excited for the week coming up because of the amount of variety that we're going to be doing, okay? So, what should we talk about? Jeez. First of all, I just want to praise Midnight Fight Express again. I've now played it 2 streams. Each time I've played this game, I've loved it. The graphics, the gameplay elements that are getting even more complex the further in that I get, the whole vibe of the game in general, the mysterious plot, and writing, the enemy variety. Every stage seems to be a new type of enemy. Some of the comedy. Last night there was an actual kind of almost fourth wall breaking stage that stuck a huge kind of jab at game development in general. Because as you know, Midnight Fight Express is an indie game made by one person. So you actually storm a game dev studio where all the game developers are basically crunching to put out a game with a team of 300 game developers. And it's crazy because they're like, you got to work crazy overtime and everything. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, wow, this guy is totally 100% sticking it to the rest of the industry, saying, you guys obviously don't know what you're doing if I can make a game by myself and you're killing each other for crunch, right? Amazing music as well. Like, everything about this game, I seriously mean this. I don't have a complaint yet. I've been playing it and enjoying it. There hasn't even been a game bug yet. An indie game made by one person with no game bugs. What is going on here? Seriously, like, this is blowing my mind. And I'm 4 hours into what's essentially going to be around an 8-hour gaming experience. This is shaping up to be one of my favorite games of 2022, and I'm not exaggerating. That's what I mean. Like, that's why I'm sad I only played it once this week. I actually wish I was playing it more because I'm liking the game so much, but it's just the way this kind of schedule is panning out for me right now. I'm not getting a chance to play it more than once, you see? I'm having a great time with it. I urge you, if you have Game Pass and you haven't tried Midnight Fight Express yet, give it a shot. It's super, super good, and there you have it. Now, on the flip side of that, the other game that I played yesterday, I wasn't so in love with, Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed. All right, to give you some perspective, I played the original game 2 years ago when that got a modern remake on modern consoles. That game was interesting. It was a unique combination of kind of, silly, immature humor, but that was combined with a plot where aliens just hated humans and wanted to exterminate them all and take over the planet with over-the-top kind of violence and stuff like that. Was there sexualized humor in it? There was some, but for the most part, it was about hating humans, throwing cows around, destroying them, without any hesitation, ripping the brains out of their bodies and absorbing them, stuff like that. This game is literally 100% sexual humor. The entire game. From the minute the game starts, the main character, Crypto, is thrusting his crotch at the camera. All of the jokes are based around this character, Arkdoodle, or Arkvoodle, who I guess is an alien god that was always on Earth and was praised for the size of his penis. I'm not kidding. That's the plot. And so you're going around trying to indoctrinate people to the cult of Arkvoodle. You're trying to stop a Russian KGB from trying to take over the world by using your alien technology. And every joke is sexual in nature. Every single joke. Okay? Now listen to me. All right? I'm not someone who is going to be high and mighty and be like, oh, all sexualized humor is bad. All sexualized humor is evil and immature. You guys can go back to my past as a content creator. You can see the kind of stuff I used to do years ago. You know, you could argue it was kind of in line with the humor of this game. But what happened? Over time, people began to get tired of me saying, Phil, your shtick is old. It's cringeworthy. You're literally constantly making jokes for 13-year-olds. It's boring. It was funny the first year you did it. And then after that, right? Essentially what ended up happening was you got to a point where it was just out of control, you see? And it was just so out of control that we needed you to change. We begged you to change. We said, you're being a dinosaur. You're being outdated. You're not with the times. People want more timely commentary. People want more intelligent content. They don't want to see a guy in his 30s saying, sex, 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 boobs, 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 dick, 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 every 5 seconds. And I know that's going to get clipped. That's okay. See? So I changed. I evolved. I said, okay, I get it. I got to change for the better. All right? This game, which came out in 2006, by the way, this was not a game that came out in the 1990s or in the heyday of the original Grand Theft Auto games. This was after that. All right? This game that already had a game, its original one, you know, a couple years before, that didn't have that kind of over-the-top 100% sexualized humor and more diversified its humor, among other things, decided to go that route actively. All right? And this is really my one criticism of the game so far, because outside of that, the graphics of this remake are quite good.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Kyle Denson for a super chat. It says, imagine complaining about sexual content, but made such content on May the 1st. Exactly. Like, he thinks he's some fucking changed, you know, some, you know, reborn again Christian or some nonsense. He still says a huge amount of inappropriate things to this fucking day. Just because he's not fucking going tits, tits, ass, ass, doesn't mean he has not fucking changed or anything. And he's complaining about a game in 2006 that had his humour. Bill was worse than this up until, what, 2014, 2015, and it did dial it back a little bit. Anyone who can think about the Metal Gear Solid 3 playthrough, for example, whenever fucking, what's her name was on screen, Eva, you know, the fucking, the kind of agent helping Solid Snake, you know, Eva fucking helping him out, you know, and anytime she was on fucking screen, Phil was just, you know, unbearable. He's like, let me see this, it's going fucking crazy, but, and this was what, 2011, 12, something, 13 maybe, that's what I'm saying, this is after Destroy All Humans came out. It's just, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. It's strange to see Phil acting so uncomfortable when it comes to sexual humour, because he used to be all about that shit, and now he's like, I'm mature, I'm a married man, I'm different, I've changed, guys. And then I fucking love he'll fucking preach about changing, and then when someone complains about the content, they'll say, well, I've not changed, nothing different here. He can't make up his mind whether he's actually fucking changed or not. He really can't. Christ, man. But, yeah, it's just Phil being a typical hypocrite, as usual. But thank you, Kyle Denson, for the super chat. By the way, very strong start to Bingo Card. Very strong start. I'm looking optimistic. It's looking optimistic. I'm hopeful about this, you know, but it's, I'll have to wait and see where we go with it. But I'm very pleased with the start so far with this. But, yeah, just Phil being Phil. Typical hypocrite. Nothing ever changes with this guy, honestly, man.
Money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Bart Wells, for super chat. And they say Phil can't laugh at sex jokes because he can't afford flour to find cat's wet spot for context. That's a rather gross and specific, you know, example, Bart Wells. But yeah, thank you very much for that vivid mental image. And yeah, I'm try my best not to throw up my dinner I had spaghetti bolognese brewing, in case anyone's curious. And yeah, I'm trying my best to keep it down now. Thank you very much, Barrett Wells, for that nasty mental image. You bastard.
Full 60 frames for the most part every time I'm playing it. The controls, at first they were kind of clunky. Now I'm starting to get the hang of them. I'm liking them. The gameplay elements are pretty good. They changed the formula. In the first game, it was kind of like, here's a bunch of missions you gotta complete, and here's a sandbox, but also here's some mini games and things. In this case, every city is like a sandbox. Think like GTA. Like you're doing a series of GTA style maps, and you're very maneuverable right from the start. But you can also use your UFO to get around and do mini games and stuff. It's not bad. It's a good formula of gameplay, and I actually feel that this would actually hook someone on wanting to play the game more if you'll enjoy the gameplay. But my God, if you don't have an incredibly immature mind, the fact that this game is literally throwing sexualized humor at you every moment you're playing it.
Let's just fucking get something else called out right now for Phil. When the fuck has he ever shown he fucking cares about fucking plot in a video game? Think back to fucking Metal Gear Solid, and that's a very plot-heavy game. Some might fucking say it's kind of too much fucking plot with a bit of fucking cutscenes in it and all that shit, you know, but the fact of the matter is, that is a very story-intensive game. You know, there's so much to unpack there, and he got sick and tired of the fucking plot in that game. He's fed up of fucking having to watch the fucking plot develop and unfold. His brain couldn't process all the fucking plot happening. Apparently this is fucking too immature for him, yet this guy rarely shows he fucking cares about plot, usually in a game. The only time I fucking really kind of resonate with him, if it's kind of simplistic enough, and it kind of, he can somewhat relate to it, like, oh, somebody needed money, somebody got money, and Phil's like, this is such a fucking thing this is something I can really, you know, relate to. This guy needed help, and he got the help, and he won the day in the end.
It's just overkill. Allow me to explain the difference, alright? Imagine you're watching, I don't know, a television show, and there's a running joke that there's a character that really likes chocolate. That's just their running joke, is that they love chocolate. So every once in a while, I see the character eating a chocolate bar. They have puns in their dialogue referencing chocolate. And, you know, chocolate. Okay. So that's the running joke with the character. That's great. But then the show has other themes and things going on. All right? So you can argue, all right, maybe it's a little silly, but that's the running joke. You get it. Right? Now imagine there's a show. The entire show is about chocolate. Like, every character loves chocolate. The universe has everything made of chocolate. Every word out of their mouths is a variation of chocolate. When they fart, it smells like chocolate. When they piss liquid chocolate. When they're fucking in chocolate. Like, everything is chocolate in the entire universe. Chocolate. You'd probably watch 2 minutes of the show and say, I've had enough of chocolate, and change the channel. That's the plot of Destroy All Humans 2. It's called cringe to the extreme, to the exponential value. And that's the problem I have with the game. It's not that it's sexualized humor, it's that it's too much of the same sexualized humor overused. You understand what I'm saying? It's just way too much. Give me variety, give me diversity, give me some different, you know, facets to the plot. Besides, everything in the game is sexualized. It's too much. And it makes me cringe. And the thing is, I don't like cringeworthy shit. I cringe at it for a second, I say, okay, and then I get tired of it and I move on. I don't want to do it anymore. So I'm going to be honest with you. If literally...
money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Thank you very much, Brad Burning, for the super chat. It says, Phil cannot make an analogy to save his life. Yeah, he's fucking terrible at it. He really is. He is so atrociously bad at fucking giving like good, you know, metaphors and all that shit. Oh, he said the word fuck apparently. I missed him saying the word fuck. Sorry about that. So that's it. Ticked off. Thank you very much. Twice Stan's like, he said the F word. He said, so thanks, Twice Stan. You're allowed to say fuck. It's alright, Twice Stan. You know, we're all grown ups here. You know, or at least this stream is catered for the grown up audience. You know, it's not child friendly content here. You can say fuck if you want, Twice Stan. But thank you very much for pointing that out. Ah, bless you. He said the F word. He said a bad word. Ban him, Susan. Oh hell. But yeah, it's Phil's awful with the fucking metaphors and all that shit. My favourite's the fucking thing where he's trying to fucking relate him needing money from you to tipping somebody at a restaurant. I love that stupid fucking butter analogy he does where he tries to compare the fucking two things like that. It's so dumb. It really is so fucking dumb, man. He's so fucking bad with all the fucking metaphors and similes he tries to pull at his ass to try and justify his point, and he just ends up fucking making things so much more fucking strange and convoluted. It's like, no, you're not simplifying things, Phil. You're just making it more strange. But get it. You don't like too much potty humour. Oh, which is strange, because usually you fucking love that shit. I guess you don't like too much sexualised humour, specifically. You wouldn't care if it was non-stop fart jokes. You wouldn't fucking care if it was non-stop dick jokes. But sex jokes? He's a married man. He can't laugh at that. Why? Because he's not fucking having sex anymore.
This is what the whole game is, then I'm going to be incredibly torn playing it. 50% of the time, when I'm enjoying the gameplay mechanics and the missions and the challenge of that, I'm going to like it. And then as soon as it goes to any part of plot, I'm going to hate it. You know? Now, the thing is, the game's from 2006. It's 16 years old. Okay? But the thing is, I'm playing, incidentally, another 16-year-old game right now in Saints Row 1. And I can compare the two directly, and I can say Saints Row 1 absolutely has sexualized humor in it, but it also has a lot of other elements to it. That plot is interesting because it's got variety, it's got character development, it's got other things going on outside of just sex, so it doesn't beat it home. It could have. I said beat it in a sex joke. Great. But you understand what I'm saying. It's different because they decided not to hammer it in and go over the top. This game is so badly over the top that it makes it unbearable. Now, here's the deal. I'm alternating these games. Today we're doing More Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed because you voted for it. I did a poll overnight to determine what I would be playing today, and it was about a 60-40 vote, something like that. I didn't check again, but it was definitely strongly leaning towards, you know, like 2/3 of the voting was for Destroy All Humans 2. So that's what we're going with as the main gameplay stream today. Okay, fair enough. Should be interesting again to see, is it really 100% all this humor? Did they do anything different with the plot? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But we're gonna make more progress. Currently, we're in Albion, which is their version of London. See how far we can get, and maybe get to the next city today and see what that is. Apparently, there's cities all over the world you're gonna be visiting, which is kind of neat. It should be pretty fun. All right, and we'll see what happens. But please understand, I'm gonna be cringing along if this entirety of this game is just the sexualized humor and they really don't go for any variety. I'm gonna get bored. I know I am. I'm a guy that looks for more in a game, you know. So please understand that. It's just, you know, the humor may not be for me because it's too much of the same crap. Okay, so let's talk about the schedule this week because now we have a better idea. So as I stated, today it's More Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed on the main stream. And one thing I want to say, guys, it's been a great month overall, all right? However, because of false copyright strikes against this channel, this has hurt me greatly, this membership, all right? Today is the final day of the month. The final day where if you could re-up your membership, become a member, or give memberships to the channel, it would help me a lot, all right? Right now, I'm in a situation where unless things change today, when I get paid by YouTube in September, my payment is going to be significantly lower than it usually is because people committed crimes against me this month. And that's...
No. It's lower than it is because you fucking tried to incentivize something for them to become members and they didn't give a fucking shit. Plus, you also tried to prioritise at some points throughout the fucking month of August that tips would fucking be more important to you and people should forgo memberships and forgo super chats if they can tip instead. You literally said that at some point in the month of August, Phil. You've only got yourself to fucking blame. There is nobody else to blame for the situation right now other than you, Phil. At one point in this month of August, you said if people can forgo memberships, forgo super chats and so on because tips were a higher priority for you at some point in the month. Your fans delivered. They gave you the tips you wanted. They gave you the tips you demanded. But you're such a greedy piece of shit that it's not fucking enough for you. You fucking need the fucking massive amount of memberships. You fucking need the massive amount of super chats. You fucking need the massive amount of super stickers and all that shit. You need all that fucking ad revenue and engagement and fucking the metrics and all that shit from the YouTube videos. You need people to watch the videos and like the videos. Fucking boost the fucking YouTube algorithm for you. And on top of all that, you fucking need them to go to Patreon. You fucking need them to fucking give to you behind the scenes. You fucking need them to fucking tip you as well every single fucking day. At least $100 every single fucking day on every single fucking stream, or otherwise you fucking just throw into a panic mode. You got the fucking black shirt on already. This is a fucking black shirt for begging. He's already fucking wearing it. It's already prepared. prepare yourselves, guys, for some more begging. We've only just seen the start of his fucking begging. The black shirt is worn, and he's looking all forlorn. Here we fucking go. Brace yourselves, lads, for some more rampant begging. He is a sad boy, and he really needs your money. So come on, dig deep.
Bullshit. It's not, oh, Phil did something wrong and he lost income because he did something heinous. Literally nothing like that. It's because people are fucking with me and then makes people afraid to renew their memberships. And that's bullshit. That hurts me a lot. That's income I depend on. That monthly payment I get from YouTube is what I pay my mortgage with, and what I pay my car bill with, and what I pay my monthly utility bills with, and what I do this and that with.
Yay, said bills, so I'm counting that as a bingo. We've got a fucking first bingo. Actually, we've got 2 bingos, that's a double bingo. A down the way and across the way. Bingo! So that's the middle column and the second row for a bingo. There we fucking go. I'm surprised I didn't say business yet, but just give it time, it might come up. Hang on, did he say wrong? Hold on, I need to rewind this, guys. I think he said wrong. I think he may have said wrong and I've not picked up on it.
When I get paid by YouTube in September, my payment is going to be significantly lower than it usually is.
LOL.
Because people committed crimes against me this month. And that's bullshit. It's not, oh, Phil did something wrong.
Yeah, I actually did say wrong. I fucking completely missed him saying fucking wrong, so there we go. So that's another one to tick off, and that's almost another bingo diagonal. I just need to say, we need to say absolutely positively, which could happen. You might get desperate enough to fucking put that together. And by the way, for full disclosure, you know, let's go here and I'll show you guys. Nope, wrong thing, hang on. I just want to kind of point this out to you guys. People don't believe that he actually says this quite a bit, at least throughout the month of August, but here we go. Absolutely positively, he said it on the 28th, he said it on the 26th, well technically he said it on the 27th. The 27th, the 25th, the 24th, the 19th, the 17th, the 15th, the 6th, the 3rd, the 2nd and the 1st. I'm sorry Slurms, but I'm just pointing out he actually does say it a decent amount of times lately. It is something of a buzzword for him lately. He said it quite a few times. It's not every single fucking day, but this is a lot of times just for this fucking month alone. So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, technically 9, because this is a daily wrap here. He said it 9 times in a month. It's like 1 every 3 days at a straight. Didn't he say it hurts me, it hurts my business? Did he say business? I can rewind if you want, guys.
Help me a lot. Alright? Right now...
Hang on, let's rewind it just a wee bit, and then I'll fast forward.
Great month overall. Please understand that. It's just, you know, the humor may not... So, let's talk about the schedule this week, because now we have a better idea.
I'm going to fast forward, guys, okay? But, yeah, it may have said business as well. Hang on. So, let's see. But, yeah, I'm going 1.5 speed.
So, as I stated, today, it's more Destroy All Humans 2 reprobed on the mainstream. And one thing I want to say, guys, it's been a great month overall, alright? However, because of false copyright strikes against this channel, this has hurt me greatly, this membership, alright? Today is the final day of the month. The final day where if you could re-up your membership, become a member, or give memberships to the channel, it would help me a lot, alright? Right now, I'm in a situation where, unless things change today, when I get paid by YouTube in September, my payment is going to be significantly lower than it usually is. Because people committed crimes against me this month. And that's bullshit. It's not, oh, Phil did something wrong and he lost income because he did something heinous. Literally nothing like that. It's because people are fucking with me and then makes people afraid to renew their memberships. And that's bullshit. That hurts me a lot. That's income I depend on. That monthly payment I get from YouTube is what I pay my mortgage with, and what I pay my car bill with, and what I pay my monthly utility bills with, and what I do this and that with. And that's the problem if it's now going to be way lower. All right? So, if you could support the channel today in any way, it's greatly appreciated. But the only way that you can really directly help me for next month would be to either re-up your membership or give some memberships to the channel. All right? Thank you to anyone who does.
That's a lie. That's a complete fucking lie. Super chats count as well. It's a fucking... He's talking about his fucking YouTube payment. Super chats go primarily to YouTube payment. He is fucking completely ignoring the usefulness of super chats for some reason. I don't understand why he's fucking ignoring this very easy and obvious way to boost your fucking YouTube payment for fucking next month. Super chats paid, you know, any super chats given today, the 31st of August, go towards your September payment. It actually seems to be saying forgo tips, but hang on, his day off is tomorrow. So he might fucking retcon that. I don't know, I think he's going to try and double down. He's going to try and double down and says he really needs tips for tomorrow for his day off, and he's also going to fucking tell them, I really need fucking YouTube money payment shit, so please become a member randomly. And for, I don't understand why he's forgetting about super chats. Super chats are YouTube fucking payments to the fucking content creator that they get as part of a YouTube payment. Just fucking ask people to super chat instead. I said this yesterday. He should fucking just ask people. He should fucking make it so it's $50 in super chats, Gunner Glasses. $100 super chats, that's fucking your hat goal. $150 super chats, you get a vest. Just change it from tips to super chats, make that the goal instead, and you'll get an extra $150 at least or whatever. Hopefully, enough for you, fucking, I don't know. But it's just an idea to fucking increase the super chats happening. Heather P is saying he doesn't want super chats memberships. And how do you explain this rant from him? How do you explain his desperation rant? Which, well, I can tell you why he's ranting. I fucking pointed it out earlier on. He's ranting because of this. That's his, well, give or take, give or take a few more dollars. That's his YouTube payment coming up next month. $3,502. Which is far less than the $5,000 they got in February and that shit. And it's not been as slow in a long time, so this is why he's freaking out. He used to get this kind of money on YouTube anyway, to be fair, back in the day. You can actually see his old YouTube payments here. But this actually might be his lowest YouTube payment in fucking long fucking time anyway, Jesus Christ. And Heather P is saying he's ranting about it now because he's desperate. His history of demanding tips and nothing else is biting him in the ass. I agree with you 100%. I agree completely. Oh, I've got a wee ding thing. What's happened here? Someone liked my reply. The Kid Flynn video. If you've not seen the Kid Flynn video, I would highly recommend it. Yeah, Jesus Christ. We saw it yesterday. It was quite horrifying. Enrico Suave says, I mean the goals are stupid anyhow, but why would anyone super chat with no goal? Does that alone prove the goals are pointless? I agree with you. I even included that as part of my fucking song lyrics when I done the wee. I went and showed it off yesterday. One of the videos I did, I was talking about super chats, and I said I kind of no point to it because there's no goals to hit. So why? There's literally no incentive for people to super chat other than supporting the content creator. I personally prefer super chats over tips. I think tips are stressful as hell, considering the ways that people can fuck with you by PayPal and all that shit. That to me, that stresses me the fuck out. PayPal shit, you know. So I definitely prefer super chats. I 100% absolutely prefer super chats. It's safer for the fucking person giving it to you because the fucking creator doesn't see the details either. They only see the fucking username on YouTube of the person that's giving it to them. So it's better security that way as well. You know, so it's a bit of a win-win there in my opinion, just with the fact is obviously people still want to contribute and yet they're fucking protecting their identity from the person that's fucking they're giving money to, you know? Because I feel kind of weird that whenever someone tips me I can see details like their fucking actual fucking email address and the name they've used for PayPal. That's, to me, that's kind of, I feel like I shouldn't be seeing that information. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, super chats are definitely, I think, a smarter thing to do for people. Just for if you're going to give money to a creator, just do super chats, in my opinion, because it's safer for everyone concerned, in my opinion.
Now, it's not the end of the world. September, I could still be helped basically via tips, because tips I get immediately, so it could kind of make up for the fact that I have way less income coming. We'll have to see what happens in September. Maybe I'll have to do something special around the middle of the month. I don't know. Kind of sucks because, again, the point of the monthly goal for members was to do Rageathon, which I was planning on doing in the middle of September, which would have been the special event, you see, but now this is all kind of just screwing me over, and it sucks. And by the way, no, there's still no updates about these fake copyright strikes. I get the feeling at this point, because it's been almost a week, I think was it Thursday of last week when they hit? I think it was either Wednesday or Thursday. At this point, considering it's been a week, I get the feeling we're going to have the slow boat version of clearing these up, meaning literally there's nothing I can do besides sit around kind of with my thumb up my butt and waiting for YouTube to do something. I've already counterclaimed them. YouTube has taken no other action on it. So maybe that I have to wait weeks. It may be, no exaggeration, I have to wait 3 months. Because that's the maximum that copyright strikes sit on a channel, okay? What I can say is, the good news is there's nothing else going on the channel. If you haven't noticed, you would have thought there would have been more if this was going to be some kind of an issue, and there's been nothing. It's just those two, and that's it, nothing else. So I'm not worried. And like I said, even if the worst happens and somehow another false strike is granted against the channel, I have backup plans in place, other places that we can stream and make content. It's not a big deal that this channel would have to be suspended or go away temporarily. But I can totally understand why people would be apprehensive of supporting this channel right now when you don't know what's going to happen. But it could be months. I'm sorry, I can't go for months without support because we're worried about people breaking the law, okay? So, please rest assured, if you do support this channel in any way, it still helps. No matter what happens, it's going to help me in the long term. Yes, if you become a member or give memberships, yes, I'm going to get credit for that. It's going to help me. So please consider it, and thank you in advance to anyone who supports this channel in any way. Today would be the last day for a membership to count for this month. So thank you if you do happen to take advantage of that. Okay. Now, let's talk about the schedule. Today, Destroy All Humans 2 reprobed on the first stream. Let's see how it goes. Tonight, Multiverses. My only opportunity to play Multiverses this week, which is kind of disappointing, because last week I tried Morty, which, by the way, isn't a very good character. Pretty much everyone on the internet agrees that his hitboxes are terrible. He has no real good up-close moves, so they need to fix him. And actually, the major game developer has agreed and says, we're going to try to patch this and make him better in the next patch. And then I played some Bugs Bunny. I kicked ass. I was doing so good with Bugs Bunny. I was getting into the game again. Like, yeah, this is great. And now it's been a week and I haven't played it. So tonight we're going to play it, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Looking forward to it. I love playing Multiverses. I hope you'll come by and support and chill with me as I play the game online multiplayer. All right? Okay. I'm not here tomorrow. Tomorrow's my day off for the week. All right? I hope you all have a great, safe day. No matter what it is that you end up doing, please enjoy the day. If you end up watching content here on DSP Gaming when I'm gone, thank you. And please remember things you can do to support the channel in my absence. Liking the videos, leaving comments, super thanks, and tips. Now, I have noticed a distinct dip in engagement in my content this month. And I feel it's because this is literally month 3 of no major new releases. 3 months in a row where there has not been one major AAA release at all. So that's going to obviously affect the channel. Please, guys, if you like the content and you watch it, all right, if you could help in any way in regards to engagement on DSP Gaming, I would appreciate it. At one point, engagement was really good on this channel, and every month we were getting exponential new views, subs, everything. And then this came to a screeching halt in the middle of the summer because of basically no releases. And it sucks. You know, I'm putting out content for you guys. You're telling me you're enjoying it, right? The people who are here are having a great time. But I can't bring in new viewers unless there's a reason to attract them to the channel. You know, DSP reacts to this is how you don't play Metal Gear Solid 2 can only go so far, you know? So, please consider, you know, if you do watch the stuff on demand, liking the videos and leaving comments. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. The last few days, every video I'm putting out, like every other video has no comments. None. Zero. No comments. Nothing to say about this video. The hundreds and hundreds of people who watched it, in some cases 1,000, no comments. That's... yeah, I don't know about that. You see, we need to get back into, we definitely need to get back into that pattern of getting used to engaging with the content again. All right? Okay. So, thank you for that. Now, I'll be back on Friday. Since we're doing Destroy All Humans 2 today, then that means...
Is it weird that I think that it's him mocking chat because he's not getting the fucking comments he wants in the fucking videos? He's basically deriding his own fucking audience for not giving them the fucking engagement he thinks he deserves. I feel like that is actually borderline mocking his own fucking chat. It's like, hey, stupid people in my chat, do more for me so I can do better and get more. It just feels like he's really fucking riding hard on his fucking fans for not giving him enough. It is never enough for Phil. I'm counting it, fuck it. It's ticked. Fuck you, Phil. Yeah, he's guilting him, is that a prophet saying he's guilting him? Exactly. It's his go-to method. Absolute go-to method. He just fucking tries to guilt people as much as fucking possible to just get, you know, feeling sorry for him, whatever, or feeling bad. Oh, Phil, poor Phil's suffering. His engagement's down. His YouTube payment's going to be down. His members are down. He's sad. Let's make Phil feel better. How can we help him feel better? Oh, tips will help him most right now. Okay, let's give him tips in. He wants us to like the video as well and comment in the video. Okay, well, I don't want to watch your fucking video. I've got nothing to say about it. But if Phil wants it, I guess we'll just fucking have to. I was like, hi Phil, I'm commenting because you asked me to. Please approve my comment so it can show in the video. Thanks, Phil. Bunch of fucking morons fall for it every fucking time.
That Friday will be Saints Row 1 continuing on the main stream, and it'll be a series of story-based missions because we unlock a bunch by doing the side content at the end of the last stream. Friday night is Friday Night Fights, where I play old school fighting games in the Capcom Fighting Collection. Should be a good time as always. Saturday is the big marathon event, and this is one that I just decided to do. It's not a reward for hitting a goal. It's just something I set up for fun. It is the Cowabunga Pizza Party Marathon. On Saturday, I'll be playing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection, which features NES games, Super NES games, Genesis games, Game Boy games, arcade games, all featuring the Ninja Turtles from the late 80s and early 90s. It's a really great collection that spans a long period of time when the Ninja Turtles were incredibly popular and were pumping out a ridiculous amount of video games. What I'll be doing during this marathon event is going through the history of Ninja Turtles games from start to finish, checking out each one in the evolution of the series, starting with the NES games and the arcade games, some NES games that were kind of spin-offs of the arcade games, and then the fighting games. Will we get to the, like I say mobile, they're not really mobile games, but they're handhelds. Will I get to the Game Boy games? Maybe. I think there's freaking 3 of them, so maybe we'll get to them, maybe not. But there's so many games in this collection. That basically there's going to be way more content than we can deal with in one marathon, for sure, okay? It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm even going to do a whole segment talking about my history with the Ninja Turtles, growing up as a kid, how I was introduced to them, how I basically interacted with them in their various different media forms, and how they evolved over the years. And, you know, it's going to be a good time. And for the first time ever, I will be ordering pizza live on the stream, all right? It will be delivered. I will eat said pizza during the marathon event while we're playing the games, and it's going to be a pizza party atmosphere. And for those of you who are watching, I urge you as well to maybe grab some grub while you're playing. It might not necessarily be, you know, pizza, but grab some grub and kind of relax with me all day long as I play games and have a good time, all right? So, this should be a good time. I hope you guys will join me all day Saturday, especially if you're a fan of Ninja Turtles. I think you're going to have a great time and to kind of stroll down memory lane and experience these games, maybe for the first.
I just want to point out, guys, remember Saturday, so Phil's doing a special event on Saturday. Phil's special event usually means a shorter pre-stream, which is why on Saturday I am going to do a 3x3 bingo card instead. It will not have Snort in the middle square. It's going to just be a random 9x9 square of whatever the fuck we get to generate. But it's going to be a smaller bingo card. And it's going to be completely also random as usual, you know, but it's still using the same things to pick from. But because it's a shorter pre-stream, probably I'm going to have a smaller bingo card. It doesn't mean it's going to result in a bingo, though. Keep in mind, though, but still no guarantee Phil's going to say or do the fucking things that we want him to do. But it should hopefully give us a better chance, at least, because it's probably going to be a shorter pre-stream on Saturday. So 3x3 square instead. So just want to point out to you guys, I went and made a mistake last time for a special Phil event where I did a short pre-stream and I still had a 5x5. I felt bad for you guys because I felt like I fucking robbed, you know, short changed you, so I felt very bad about it. So try to be ahead of the curve this time, trying to be prepared. 3x3 cards Saturday. Fuck it.
First time, or maybe it'll be a nostalgic trip for you like it's going to be for me. This should be a really special event, okay? Cool. All right. Then for the rest of the week, which will be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I will be going back to full gameplay streams again. So Sunday would be Destroy All Humans 2 paired with Sunday Night Bites, the Bassmaster fishing stream. Monday, Saints Row paired with Midnight Fight Express. Tuesday, more Destroy All Humans 2 paired with Multiverses. And then Wednesday will be up in the air and we'll determine on the fly. Now, there is another game coming out, okay? Allow me to explain. There is a game that's going to be considered a game preview. It is called Disney's Dreamlight Valley. It comes out September 5th. What is it? Well, it's essentially it's the Disney version of Animal Crossing. It's a simulated town where you have a character that lives there, and I guess you can, you know, edit or build your own home. You perform activities with other characters in the town, and it's Disney characters. It's actually licensed Disney characters from their movies and properties. Okay. It is not a full-fledged game release as of yet. It will be considered an early preview release on Game Pass, meaning it may not be representative of the final product. They may patch it, they may add more content. Excuse me. And they may tweak content. All right. Now it comes out on the 5th, but here's the thing. I've already got a schedule jam-packed with stuff. I'm upset. I haven't had enough time to play the games that I'm playing. All right? I'll be honest. I want to play Midnight Fight Express and try to beat it this week coming up. That means I would have to play it 2 night streams to do that. Okay? So, if that's the case and that's what I'm doing, then obviously I can't be interjecting more new games into the schedule. All right? So, here's what I'm thinking. Take Disney Dreamlight Valley, since it is an early game, you know, access anyway. It's not necessarily a full-fledged game regardless. We'll save it for the week after. All right. Once Midnight Fight Express is done, then Disney Dreamlight Valley takes that nightly spot to alternate with Multiverses for content, rather than me say, oh, let's do another game in the schedule that's absolutely crazy, right? In addition, and Semi-Inept actually just hit upon this, which is another thing I want to emphasize, this game is early access, and that means likely it's not finished. There may not be a lot of content in it. It may be kind of mess with it for a couple hours, you see what the premise is, but it's not done. It's not ready for sale. That's why you can't buy it yet. So it very well could be that it's something we mess with, and like, okay, and then we never do it again after 1 or 2 sessions. I don't know. We won't know until we play it. But I don't want to build up expectation that I'm playing this game on release day of September 5th when I really don't have intention to do that. My intention is next week after the Cowabunga Pizza Party, finish Midnight Fight Express, and then start adding new things to the rotation. By the way, the other major game people want to see this month is Earthbound. I'm down for that, but we got to get to a point where that makes sense. Right now it doesn't, because I'm juggling so many games. The next new game coming out is Splatoon 3 on September 9th. The good news is after that, there's almost nothing for the rest of the month. So we'll have lots of time in the second half of September to focus in on other things, okay? Okay. All right. So that essentially is the schedule for the next week. I hope that sounds good to you. I'm actually really excited for the pizza party. You know, I love Ninja Turtles. I grew up a fan of them, of various, you know, media, you know, not only, you know, the cartoon, but action figures, the video games, the movies, the comic books. And it was weird because I read an alternate comic book rather than the real one, which I'll tell you about on Saturday. It's kind of weird how they had this going on. But anyway, yeah, like, I'm really excited for this because it's going to be like kind of a history of Ninja Turtles, going down memory lane, playing these Ninja Turtles games. And then you know, also just relaxing and chilling with you guys, you know, eating pizza all day. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. I'm probably going to have to crap because I'm eating cheese. I'm half lactose intolerant, but, you know, I might be farting a lot. I guess we'll see. All right. So, that's the week. All right. Outside of that, I think I've covered pretty much everything that I wanted to cover. I think we should get to gaming news. So, first of all, let's get to some interesting gaming news stories that have absolutely nothing to do with The Last of Us 1. Because there's 3 of them. Gaming... The hell did I just click? Okay. I unclicked it. That was weird. Gaming news story number 1. Quantic Dream. This is the game studio that made such great games as Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, Detroit Become Human, as well as something you probably don't remember. There was that murder mystery game that was like 2 hours long. Probably no one remembers Indigo Prophecy / Fahrenheit from back in the day. I do, because I did a full playthrough of it when I was relatively new on YouTube. But I digress. They did really well with Detroit Become Human. So well, they far exceeded the sales expectations they thought they were going to get, and the game went viral on the internet, and everyone kind of had this really big fan base for it. But we haven't really heard much out of the studio lately. Apparently they're working on multiple games. One of the games I think they said was a Star Wars game or something like that. But we haven't really heard much from them in regards to what's going on. And, a lot of controversy, because apparently there's been reports that the studio has been having issues with the employees, complaining about harassment, all kinds of stuff. I don't really know. I haven't been 100% following those plot lines or whatever, but it's been a while. We've heard nothing out of the studio. Out of nowhere, it was announced overnight, Quantic Dream has been fully purchased. This isn't like, an investor came in and threw some money at them. They've been bought out by a company called NetEase Global. All right? This is a Chinese gaming company, and this is a company that had involvement in Diablo Immortal, and we all know how that went down, right? Among other mobile game ventures. So, hearing this news, people are freaking out. They're like, wait a minute. The whole point of Quantic Dream was that they kind of did things differently. They had this creativeness to them that made them feel like a true indie kind of studio. This is not good. If they get bought out by a company like this, especially maybe a Chinese company, they're going to point them in directions that we don't want them to go in. Maybe they're going to force them to make mobile versions of their existing games, or maybe even mobile exclusive games, and we don't want that. Well, here's the official press release. I'll read it right off of the Quantic Dream Twitter account. To continue to evolve and dream big, we are delighted to announce that we will be joining NetEase Global. We will retain our artistic independence and champion our teams who benefit directly from this new venture. So, i.e., let's put that through the bullshit translator. What it really says is, ready? We need money. Thanks for the money. We appreciate money, and we're going to use this money to hopefully make bigger and better games, because our money somehow dried up. That's literally what it's saying. Because they just came out with their most popular game a few years ago and made tons of money, yet they need to be bought out by a company. Obviously, something's going on. It almost sounds to me like something went wrong at the company with the development of their latest titles, and now they're looking for kind of a rescuer, an angel, so to speak. And I know they call it an angel investor, someone that just comes along, tosses money your way for the good of whatever. It kind of feels like that's what they were looking for, because something went wrong. There's no excuse for the fact that they need to be bought out at this point, except they blew it. And that's what it sounds like happened to me. The fact that it's been so many years and we have no idea what their next few games are going to be. We have no announcements, no previews, nothing. Something's up. Something fucked up over there. All right? So, yeah, and the other thing is the buyout. It's not like, we took an investment to hell. They got bought out completely by a Chinese company. Boy, the one thing that I think about when I think about Quantic Dream games is China and Chinese culture. It really fits with their game model, doesn't it? See what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't seem to make much sense at all. You're like, huh? So, obviously, something's going on. And I don't know. It does make me a little worried, because I like Quantic Dream games. All right, I enjoy them a lot. They're some of my favorite playthroughs I've done over the years. Okay, and it definitely makes me nervous that something's up. What's going on with this company, right? I hope now what doesn't happen is that the devs that have been with the company for ages say fuck this and they leave, because that happens sometimes. You get bought out, like, I'm not dealing with that. I was working for this company under the premise this is how we operate. I have creative control. Someone else just bought us out. Fuck this. I'm out of here. You might see an exodus from the company, and that won't be good. So I guess we're gonna see what happens. Okay. Now, following along with exactly the same plotline, I don't know what happened. There was something weird going on in the world overnight where everyone was getting bought out. Both the company Tencent, which, yes, is another Chinese company, as well as Sony Interactive Entertainment, I think we know who Sony is, have each collectively acquired, well, not each, but let's say this together. They collectively acquired 30.34% of From Software, with Sony getting 14.1%, and I guess it was Tencent got like 16%. So what does that mean? Okay, what that means is they bought a chunk of the company to be a part investor, which means they're going to make a part of the profits of the games that FromSoft comes out with in the future. And how does FromSoft benefit? They get money right now to invest into new projects. We've already had word that FromSoft's next game is essentially done and almost ready for release. They haven't even announced it yet, and it's almost done and ready. And then they're already working on the next project. So what this sounds to me like is what they want to do is be able to be a robust game studio juggling tons of projects at once, like a lot of other game studios. Right now, FromSoft has...
Did he not just fucking use robust to describe a game studio? So robust can be used to describe game studios in food. Fucking robust. How in the fuck has this idiot not fucking said business? He just keeps saying fucking company's not a shit. This infuriates me.
Very much been a studio that can really only juggle one game, maybe 1.5. And the reason I say that is, while they were working on Bloodborne, they had another team working on Dark Souls 2. And we see how that kind of worked out when everyone kind of criticizes Dark Souls 2, saying it's not the best in the franchise. Some people say it's actually the worst. So maybe what they're trying to actually do is reinvest in the company by taking on these investments from these outsider companies to expand, to have more dedicated dev teams that doesn't feel like it's outsourcing, but instead it's in-house, but they can do more projects at once. You know what I mean? I guess we'll see, but hopefully this is good news. Being that this is only partial investment as opposed to, we bought you out and we have control over your company now. This is a different kind of deal than the Quantic Dream announcement, you see? So this is good, in my opinion. I hope that something better comes out of this, all right? Okay, another announcement. The lead game dev, Tony, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, I was going to say H. Tony H., who is the lead game dev of Multiverses, has posted up this morning hinting that something is coming tomorrow for the game, but didn't explain what. And they're kind of keeping it under wraps as if they have a surprise announcement for tomorrow. Now, for those following along Multiverses, Season 1 launched 2 weeks ago and hasn't had a lot of content. It was basically Morty and a couple rebalances, and that's it. We were promised a lot of other things. For example, a cooperative, story-based arcade mode where you can go through 2v2 fights, keeping up with someone else online, possibly earning in-game rewards. There's also ranked matches, which is supposed to be a mode where you get ranking points for wins and losses, and therefore people can see who's the best on the internet. So it's kind of weird, because we've had all those things teased and not hint at what is coming out. Perhaps tomorrow, we're actually going to get definitive information on when that stuff will be hitting the game. Or maybe they're going to give, you know, Wonder Woman a 7th skin or something. I don't know. Who knows? All right. Well, guys, I've kind of been beating around the bush. I think we all know where I'm going with today's podcast. You know what I got to talk about. All right. I've talked about it before. I'll talk about it again today. It's time. It's finally time to address it. The Last of Us 1, Part 1, also known as The Last of Us 1 re-release, because that's exactly what it is. It's the third release of the same exact game, has had its early reviews come out this morning. Okay. The early reviews from the mainstream media are insanely praising. 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10, which is like the low ball score. Okay. Now, here's the thing. I have no problem with that. Want to know why? Because The Last of Us 1 was my game of the year of 2013, 9 years ago. It absolutely, in my opinion, was the standout best game of 2013. It was the best in-class game I'd ever seen on the PlayStation 3, pumping out revolutionary graphics, cool gameplay elements, an insanely good story, great character development, music, voice acting. Like, it hit every cylinder possible that you're looking for in a beautifully crafted engine that is a game, was pumping at full octane. All right? It blew me away when I played it. It absolutely did. And to this day, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, by the way, you know, this is a situation where the game should not be purchased or played or experienced and it sucks. That would be the worst thing you could possibly do. That's being so disingenuous, okay? This game is amazing. I always thought it was amazing. 9 years ago, I thought it was amazing. Today, I still think the game's amazing. So fair enough for these review scores, all right? However, as I knew was going to happen, these reviewers are completely ignoring the actual issue with the game, which isn't the game, it's the price.
Let me stop you right fucking there, Phil Burnell. You played the game a second time. It was the same fucking game. It was like 2 years after you played the fucking first one. Why was it fucking perfectly justifiable for you to play the game a second time? Can somebody, can anybody please explain to me why it was not a fucking issue, the price of the game, when you replayed it a second time? It was the same fucking game. Nothing really changed. It was like upgraded to fucking was it PlayStation 5 to PlayStation... Or was it PS3 to PS4? That's what it was, wasn't it? It was going from PS3 to PS4. And he fucking played it. Again, the same fucking game, but he went and played it in a fucking different version. But what I assume it was still full fucking price. And yet this was not an issue whatsoever for Phil. Why was it not a fucking issue then? But it's an issue now. Can anyone at all, can Phil even explain this shit to me? Is Phil even going to try and address why it was not a fucking problem then, but this is a problem now? Some people, Brad Burns asking, was it given to him by a fan the first time? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if he fucking bought the game again or if it was given to him as part of the console bundle. I have no idea. I should try to do a wee bit of research on it before the stream started. I don't have time. I couldn't find anything out in time. I tried to kind of very quickly find something out, but I'm just so fucking confused from Phil here. Why it was not a fucking issue when he replayed the same game essentially a second time. Yes, it was in an upgraded console experience, but it's the exact same fucking game, same plot, same gameplay mechanics. The only upgrades, I guess, were like maybe frames per second because it's on a better console, but it was the same fucking game a second time, and he was happy as fuck to play it. No issues at all about the price. Yeah, and exactly. DJ Reno is saying it's changed more now than I did back then. Accessibility and port to PC. They've done so much more different in this fucking version compared to the fucking last time it got remade. Why was it not a fucking problem last time, Phil? Please explain this. If Phil doesn't explain this, he's a massive fucking hypocrite for not having a fucking problem with us when he played it the second fucking time.
They're all arguing in their reviews, this is not a cash grab. I mean, I couldn't tell you how many reviews actually have that phrase in the review, this is not a cash grab. Okay? Problem with that statement is, these people don't even understand what the term cash grab means. They're just blindly defending this game. Alright? We talked about this at length, that when Last of Us 2 came out, Neil Druckmann made it a social justice movement to buy his game. If you buy The Last of Us 2, you are sticking it to those bigoted haters on the internet. You're telling them that this is a new progressive gaming landscape where non-stereotypical characters can be heroes, where girls can be strong and tough, where girls can actually be homosexual, and that's
Jesus Christ, his fucking face, man. That pause game of mine's still strong. Prophet's asking, should he do a video debunking this, go over the technical differences and why the price is justified? I think most of us actually fucking understand why the price is justified. So much work went in behind the scenes, like accessibility and Prophet. If you got a motivation to do a video to debunk why Phil's full of shit and why this game's price is justified, then by all means go for it, pal. If you've got a motivation to do it, if you've got a drive to go through all the points as to why Phil's a fucking ignorant piece of shit, then by all means, pal, do it. But my big thing is, I don't personally mind the fucking price of the game. I mean, I'm not buying the fucking game. I don't care about the game personally. Each to their own. But Phil having a big fucking hissy fit about the game now, when he fucking played it a second time, the same fucking game, and he fucking happily played it with zero issues whatsoever. Zero fucking him. I don't remember him fucking bitching and whining and crying about the price of the fucking game when he played it a second time. That's the fucking point I'm making. It was the exact same fucking game the second time, when he played it a second time. And it was not an issue whatsoever, and now it fucking is all of a sudden. I just want him to try and fucking pig-splain that as best as he fucking can, because he seems to be ignoring that very simple fucking fact. But yeah, Prophet, if you're motivated to do it, go for it, pal.
It's okay. It's not looked frowned upon, and you're really going against that misogynistic gaming community out there if you buy The Last of Us 2. I'm not making this up. That's what he said. He outright said that on the internet. Every time you buy The Last of Us 2, you're sticking it to the haters. He said that, and what he did is he created this cult, this progressive cult of people on the internet that think that anything they buy now from him is supporting this social justice movement, all right? I don't like that. For me, I want a game to succeed on its own merits, all right? And by the way,
I think we can fucking say the exact same thing about content creators. You fucking lead a cult. You fucking try and guilt trip into giving you fucking money. You should succeed in your own fucking merits yourself, Phil. Honestly, man. Instead, you fucking force people into fucking feeling sorry for you, try and guilt trip your own fucking fans into giving you more and more every fucking time. Slurms is asking, a super blind man stopped showing up in Phil's chat lately. Seems like he'd been mad that Phil keeps doing these rants. I honestly don't know. I can check the participants right now, 2 seconds. Super blind man is not in Phil's chat. I don't know where he is. I'm not sure what he's doing. It's been a while since I've heard his name. All I know is that, I don't know where he is. I've got no idea where Super Blind Man is these days. But everything Phil's bitching about Neil Druckmann for, he could fucking apply to himself as a content creator. At the end of the day, he's trying to sell himself to try and appeal to people. It's like people are meant to, he's trying to get people to invest in him in entertainment. He's trying to entertain people, and his entertainment value should be the driving force behind people giving him fucking money. Instead, it's guilt tripping. Instead, it's pity stories. Instead, it's woe is me. I've been here for so long. I need you guys to pay my bills. Every fucking day of every fucking week of every single fucking month of every single fucking year, and at this rate, every single fucking decade. It's been going on for so fucking long. It's unbelievable. Everp saying, what's wrong with the guy saying it's sticking it to the haters? Phil says the same thing when he owns a meme and fails at it. He's sticking it to the haters, right? Exactly. Phil is fucking expecting these kind of standards from companies, and he really should fucking try and set those kind of standards for himself, Preach to others what you should fucking practice yourself, in my opinion. There's no fucking point in Phil trying to fucking get these people to act a certain way when he's guilty of fucking acting that way himself. You know what I'm saying? He's telling them not to act like this, not to say this, not to do that, but he does the exact same shit himself regularly. Practice what you preach, Phil. Honestly.
The Last of Us 1 has a ton of great merits, but when you see every mainstream review site reviewing this game, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, and they say in their reviews it's not a cash grab because the graphics blow you away and this and that, but literally no one addresses the fact that it's $70, what that tells me is they're part of the group, and they don't care. As long as they can push that fucking agenda down your throat, they don't give a fuck. And that's disingenuous to me, all right? Here's how I'm going to approach it, all right? I'm going to tell you from the reviews I've seen what's really great about the game. I'm going to give you my honest take on why I'm not playing it. And then I'm going to give you an overall kind of, I hope will be considered middle-of-the-road take. Because I'll tell you one thing. I'm certainly not conservative, and I'm certainly not ultra-progressive liberal. I'm a middle-of-the-road kind of guy. And I try to see this from all perspectives. Problem is when I do that, I get hated on by everyone. The conservatives hate my ass, and the liberals hate my ass because I'm neither. So I'm kind of like the most hated guy on the internet when it comes to issues like this, because everyone's like, well, if you're not with us, you're against us. Well, I'm not with either of you, so I guess you're all against me. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's talk about this. First of all, the number one huge win is that all the accessibility features from The Last of Us 2 are now in The Last of Us 1 or The Last of Us Part 1. No, I'm just calling it the re-release. I'm sorry. It's the only way to not get confused about the fucking title of this game. All right? So all of the accessibility features, including the sonar that was implemented in that game, the golden path mechanics to lead you around if you're sight impaired, the contrast features, the menu narration, all new. Also, apparently this game has new accessibility features. Apparently it has actual attempts to narrate the game, meaning there is an actual person voice narrating things in the game that if you're blind or sight impaired, you can't see. There's a voice telling you what's going on, which is exactly what happens with television shows and movies today. So they actually tried to add in an accessibility feature that's becoming more prominent in other realms of media into a video game for the first time. That is unprecedented, and that is super positive. They've also tried to implement new accessibility features for those who can't hear. Now, if you're deaf, you can enjoy all the visuals of a game, but you have no idea what any of it sounds like. They implemented a feature where, hold on, because I have the controller right here. I don't know why I don't just show the real controller. Utilizing the rumbling feature of this DualSense controller, which is revolutionary. I told you guys if I play games such as Bugsnax, that I felt really cool features like thunder rumbling, and it feels like it's actually thunder in the background and stuff like that. So apparently, when you're playing The Last of Us re-release, all right, there's a feature that makes it so that this controller will vibrate along with the voices in the game, resonating at different levels of vibration to try to match the actual tone of their voice. So imagine you've never heard anyone speak in a video game before, but you can kind of get how someone sounds because your controller is rumbling like their voice. This feature actually blows me away just as much as the sonar in Last of Us 2. That's an ingenious fucking feature. Now, I don't know how it works. Personally, I'm probably never going to use it, and I would probably not benefit from it because I can actually hear the real voice, but that sounds amazing. That's, like, cool. I mean, you know what I mean? I can't say a negative thing about it. That's ingenious. They must have some really smart fucking people working on this shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy cool. And I'm happy that there is a AAA game studio out there that actually cares about accessibility for games in this manner, and they are...
It's almost as if all that extra fucking work justifies a price tag. You fucking dent.
Breaking new ground as much as they can. This is excellent news. I want every major AAA release to have these kind of groundbreaking features because games should be accessible to all, in my opinion. Okay? You could disagree. A lot of people are like, well, I don't care about accessibility features. Fair enough. If it doesn't affect you, it doesn't affect you. But this game has, from reports and reviews, the best accessibility features ever in any AAA video game, surpassing The Last of Us 2. And this has to be a major focus and a major emphasis that this is awesome that they're doing this. Okay? This is definitely a step in the right direction. No one should be excluded from enjoying great games. The Last of Us 1 has been out for 9 years, and people who have been hearing or sight impaired have not been able to fully enjoy the game, and now they're going to be able to. That's fucking awesome. Okay. Now, one thing I would definitely like to do is give a shout out, of course, to my longtime viewer and friend, I consider him a friend, Super Blind Man, who's been working incredibly hard on blind accessibility for games the last few years. This is a game that he worked on directly, okay? And he actually gets a shout out in the credits for it, which is awesome. He has a full accessibility review, mostly for the blind side of things, but also for other things as well. He posted up as a blog. He actually today is streaming this game. He's got an early copy from Sony, and he's going to be playing it on his Twitch channel. So I strongly recommend, if you're interested in the accessibility and you know, visually impaired features of The Last of Us re-release. Even I can't remember my own name for it. It's so complicated. Go check him out. All right? Super Blind Man. There you go. Okay. Now, let us continue because there's a lot more to unpack here. All right? As you read through the reviews of this game, here's what you're going to find out. It's essentially exactly the same gameplay. Unless you're using the accessibility features, it's 99% the same. The one thing they really changed was the weapon mod bench, where now there's more weapon mods in the game. But if everything else is the same, including the enemies, why do you need more weapon mods? Don't know, but they changed the weapon mods, okay? Outside of that, essentially the exact same gameplay, the same story, the same voice acting, the same music, the same levels. Do you get the point that I'm kind of making here? It's the same game, except for the graphics. The graphics are what are blowing people away. Now, I haven't played it, so I can't speak to the graphics. What I can tell you is from my experience of people showing the side-by-side comparisons of The Last of Us 1 remake on the PS4 and this Last of Us 1 re-release on the PS5, I can't tell the difference. I mean it. Like, they'll show, here you go, here's a screen wipe, whoop! And I look and I'm like, okay, they definitely look different, but all you did is you changed some detail on the character model. I couldn't even subjectively tell you which I like better. They kind of both look fine. Like, oh, here's the old Ellie model, here's the new Ellie model, okay? They both look good. They're both passable. You changed her facial structure a little bit. Just because you changed someone's facial structure doesn't mean you improved it. It just looks different, right? This would be like, I don't know, taking any character that you know. What's a character that you know and love from a video game franchise? Nathan Drake. And they say, oh, look, it's fucking Uncharted re-release. Here's a screen wipe, whoop, and his nose changes shape. Okay? And is it a big deal? And that's how they're all acting. Like, they're literally acting like these new character models look better. And I'm like, they don't. They look different. Well, I couldn't argue that they look better. All you did is change the shape of their face or a little bit of shape of their body. It's the same mocap, so the character hasn't changed, just a little bit of their physical appearance, right? Who cares? Honestly, I don't. That's not a reason for me to rebuy a game. Seriously. Definitely the lighting is better. Okay. Last time I checked, I don't buy games for lighting. You know, I love it when there's nice graphical improvements in lighting in games. I've actually mentioned it in the last couple of years. There's been a couple games where the lighting looks pretty exceptionally good, and I'll call it out and praise it. But for the most part, why would I go crazy over that? And it's hilarious because they're all arguing in the reviews, this looks so good. And then you watch the footage that's on the internet, you're like, what's so good? And again, maybe it's me. This is my subjective take. Maybe you can completely disagree with me. But I played the remake on PS4. I'm looking at the footage of PS5, and I'm like, I don't get it. I really don't understand it. What's the big deal?
There you go, you'd actually mentioned him playing a fucking remake on PlayStation 4. And why was it not a fucking issue back then for him to fucking play that remake on PlayStation 4 for full price? Because I imagine the game had to have been fucking full price. When I went from PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4, when I was available on PlayStation 4, I have to imagine it was fucking sold at full fucking price. There's no fucking way it wouldn't have been. That's what happened with Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 5, when I went from fucking PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4, full price. Same again with PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, full price. They didn't fucking shorten the fucking price and that shit. Was it cheap? Was it actually fucking cheap? Actually, I'm surprised at that. I just thought the fucking usual thing was that because it's a different console, we're going to fucking do it for still a hefty price. But no, I'm being credited, thank you. But as I said, I didn't actually buy it myself or try to buy it myself. I just assumed because that's the way Grand Theft Auto went, it was going to be like that for other games as well. There's a guy called down from the rafters in this chat. Jesus Christ, man. Not for long. Not for fucking long. Hell. But yeah, but apparently it was actually cheap. Storms is saying it looks like it was $50 at release. Not super cheap, but not full price. Barrett Wells was saying that they got the PlayStation 4 version with the console. Is that some people did get the PlayStation, get the game with the console. It's possible Phil might have. We don't actually know. I can't actually remember that. So Kirby Souls is saying the PlayStation 4 release in the UK was like £25 to £30. So Casper is saying they got a PlayStation 4 when it was bundled with Spider-Man for Black Friday for $200 before tax. So there's some kind of like estimations of what kind of things were available with a PlayStation 4 at the time. Train got it for $20. Okay, so the prices vary, at least between $30 odd bucks and $50 or whatever, But that's what I'm trying to say though. Was the money not a factor at the time? Phil played the exact same game when it got re-released on PlayStation 4. And apparently this was not a fucking problem then. It was the exact same game. It was literally 2 years after he played the first game. So not a lot of time between playing them. And the gameplay was the exact same fucking same. It's just, it blows my mind how it wasn't an issue back then for them, but it is now.
About making it look slightly different. Some people are actually...
And of course, that's what I'm saying, his big fucking bitching whining fest is all about the fucking price tag, but the fucking amount of work, he's praised the fucking accessibility features so much in this fucking stream. But is he not fucking clocking on? That might be why it's fucking $70 fucking dollars, because there had to be so much fucking work done behind the scenes for those accessibility features. Now, if it was a brand new fucking game and they had these guys on the fucking team at the time to implement these at the same time as the other core mechanics of the game, it's one of those things, it would probably still be $70, I'd imagine, if you had a game starting from scratch with all these sort of features in it. I would imagine it would be full price, because I don't think they could get away with selling it for anything more than that. I don't think a lot of games would get away with selling a brand new game for like $100 or something because the accessibility features cost extra work as well. I don't know. Storms is asking, did I confirm if he played The Last of Us PlayStation 4 version right after it was released? I was going to try and do that before the stream started, but I didn't have time. I couldn't find out enough information, Storms, so I don't know what version he played exactly, or if it even cost him money.
Arguing that some of it's worse. I'm not going to say that because I haven't seen a single scene where that looks worse. I would say, okay, it's a minor improvement, or I can't tell. But I've never seen, oh wow, that looks way worse in the new version. I wouldn't say that. I think some people are just kind of hating on it in that regard. But when you're telling me the major selling point for the vast majority of people out there is a graphical overhaul that's not really much of an overhaul at all, it just makes it look slightly better or slightly different, that's a hard sell for me, all right? Now, I want to do an experiment on the stream today. We have over 300 people currently on the podcast, live. I'm going to do a poll in the chat, live. I want your feedback, everyone, okay? Here we go. Have you played The Last of Us 1 in any form before? Yes, no. I'm purposely not going to give you any context. I just would like to get your honest answer. Out of the 300 and some people on the stream right now, how many have actually played Last of Us 1 before, and how many have never played it before? So please feel free to vote. and I'm very curious to see the result. I'm not going to give you an explanation of why I'm polling that yet. I will in a moment, but I wanted to get some honest feedback from the viewership first, okay? All right, so continuing on with my analysis of this game and the early reviews, essentially what everyone who's reviewing the game is saying is this is the best version of the game, and if you want to play the game today in 2022, all right, you should get it on PS5, and this is the version you should buy and play, okay? One thing that I have seen some people address, but seem to gloss over, is the shocking lack of the multiplayer, all right? It has to be addressed. The original Last of Us 1 had a multiplayer mode. What was it called? Factions, I think it was called, or something like that. And I remember when I played the game back in the day, I was actually blown away because it was something completely different from any multiplayer I ever played. It wasn't about run and gun, third-person cover like Years of War. Instead, it was all about stealth. It was about being incredibly sneaky, trying to get behind and circling around the enemies, kind of doubling back or sometimes flanking them and teaming up. Maybe one person would be a distraction, so you could run up behind and take the other two out from behind. It was really unique. I remember stating that when I played it. I was like, it wasn't something that I was going to play at length, but I was absolutely blown away that it was something they tried that was different. A lot of people really liked the multiplayer of The Last of Us 1. Honestly, it was a shame. I felt they never went further with it. They never really had expansions for it. They didn't add significant new maps or gameplay elements. And when The Last of Us 2 came out, they dropped it entirely. Come to find out, they're making a whole standalone game of it. So obviously you're acknowledging it's good, right? You're acknowledging it was good, or else you wouldn't be making a whole standalone game of it that you're going to sell as a separate game, all right? So that being said, how can you argue that this game in 2022 is the best version of The Last of Us 1 when it's missing a whole game mode? It's literally missing the game mode that was in this game in 2013. And I haven't heard Naughty Dog justify once why, right? Why is it not in it? Because they just didn't feel like fucking putting any effort into putting it in there. That's the only explanation. They wanted to work on a new one that's going to sell as a full game. If they gave you the old one in this remake, re-release, whatever you want to call it, then they would say, oh, that's going to take the focus away from the new game we're making and take, we won't make as much money. So we're not going to put that multiplayer into this new one. I have not seen a single reviewer justify the missing multiplayer. They say, oh, it's not a big deal. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. People bought The Last of Us 1 in 2013 as a new release. They got a full-fledged story and campaign that's identical to the one you're going to get in this re-release with less graphics, okay? And no accessibility features and lower graphics. But they also got a whole other game, a whole other mode for the same price. Oh, wait a minute. For cheaper, for $60. You can't justify that this game doesn't have the multiplayer, yet they're acting like it's a brand new full-fledged game. There's no justification for it. And I haven't seen a single person even bother. As I said, it's almost like there's this cult that because they know, oh, well, you got to trust Druckmann. Here's why. He's pushing this new progressive agenda we all like. We want to see better representation in games. We want to see games with more accessibility features. We want to see these things make progress in games. So forget the fact that this guy's making a shitload of money on this. Forget the fact that, we're forgiving him of all these things that normally we'd be critical of. As long as he can get this agenda pushed, we're okay with it, right? You just forget all that shit. It's fine. He can get away with it. No one else can get away with it, though. If anyone else tried to do that, we would slam them, destroy them, review bomb them. But because it's Druckmann, and because he's pushing the agenda we like, we're all doing the hero do-gooder shit, the social justice shit, it's okay. Just forgive him. He doesn't need to have, what multiplayer? I don't remember any multiplayer in Last of Us. What are you talking about? That never existed. By the way, buy the new full-fledged multiplayer game he's coming out with in a year or two. But we don't need it now.
Is that him being hateful? Is that hateful slurs? I can't decide if that's him being quite hateful towards Neil Druckmann or not, randomly. Is this hateful slurs, yes or no? Heather says yes, MC Tech says no, Warren says yeah, CMO Green says Kirby Soul says nah, Urzael kinda hateful, Market yes. There's too many no's. There's a mixture of yeses and no's, so I'm not going to tick it.
So, that's a major criticism I have of this game for sure. And most of these mainstream reviewers are literally ignoring the issue or glossing over it, saying it's not a big deal. No, it is. It's a whole other fucking part of the game that's not in there, yet you're charging it as if it's the same game. It's not. You're ripping people off. Now, let's take a look at the initial results of the poll that I ran. Here's the poll. 58% of people on this stream right now have already played The Last of Us 1. 42% have not. Okay? So, there you go. There you have it. Here's my take on that. I'm glad I did this poll initially here. Here's my take on that. Out of the hundreds of people on this stream right now, that means less than half of you, all right, would actually get what we've considered full game value out of The Last of Us re-release. Because if you've already played the game, like the 58% of us have, all right, you know the story, you know the characters, you know the voice acting, you know the music, you know the gameplay, you know the maps, you know everything. You're not going to be surprised or shocked. They didn't change anything about it, all right? If you buy this game for $70, you're paying for accessibility features that the vast majority of us are never going to use and a minor graphical overhaul. That's a $70 value according to Naughty Dog. That's what they're trying to push here, you see? Now, if you are one of the 43% who've never experienced this game, maybe you can justifiably say it's worth the price tag. Listen, it's a full-fledged game. It was Game of the Year 9 years ago. People to this day love this game. I will tell you right now, the plot of The Last of Us 1 is about 4 times better than the plot of The Last of Us 2. It feels like it's written by a completely different team of people because it actually has this really care and attention with how the characters are treated and developed. It actually shows evolution in these characters over time. It's remarkable how different the game is from The Last of Us 2, where it's all retconned and everyone's an immature moron making dumb, boneheaded decisions in an apocalyptic setting. It's completely different, okay? I love this game. I still do to this day, all right? But I'm here to tell you, I'm one of the 57%, now that the poll changed, I'm one of the 57% of people who've already played it, not once, but twice. Do I see value in buying it a third time for minor graphical overhauls? No, I don't. And I've explained to you guys, listen, it comes out in a couple days, right? It comes out Friday.
Why did you get it a second time then? No. Why did you get it a second time? Please explain, Phil. Why did you get it a second time then? If the first time was perfectly fine. This is what I'm fucking trying to get him to do. I want him to fucking explain why it was perfectly fine to do it the second time, but not the third time. If it's the same, it was the same fucking game. Why is he refusing to fucking answer a simple question? Obviously, it's because he can't fucking hear me, but you get what I'm saying. He's trying to fucking justify it was okay to rebuy it twice, the same game, but not 3 times. But twice is apparently fine. Yeah, and Prophet says he bought Skyrim like 6 different times.
If someone were willing to donate this to me and say, Phil, here's the game, play it, I'd say, okay, let's play it, and then we can directly see how the graphics look or whatever. But outside of that, I'm not paying $70 for this. I'm sorry. It's not worth it in my subjective opinion. This is not worth it because I've already played it. This is the equivalent of you reselling me a classic game for full price and take a look at other re-releases. Do they charge? I'm playing Destroy All Humans 2 Repro, $40. Now 70, $40, right? I just played Pac-Man World Repack. Shit, that game was overpriced, $30 for a 6-hour experience, but it was $30. It wasn't a full price game. This is literally the only game out there that has the audacity, the balls to ask their audience for a full $70 price tag as if this was a game developed from the ground up as a new game when the vast majority of assets in this game already exist. Now, I'm not here to argue that they didn't do a lot of work on the game. If you look at the accessibility side of things, what has been explained by people like Steve Saylor on the internet is that for the accessibility features of The Last of Us 2 to work in 1, they did have to retool a lot of the game from the ground up. That is greatly appreciated. That is for a small audience. That is for the people who are going to use those features. And I appreciate they're in there, but most people will not take advantage of those. You're still charging them the same $70 as everyone else. The other problem that I have with this is that they just released 2 years ago The Last of Us 2 for $60. The Last of Us 2 had the accessibility features in it already and charged $60. You see what I'm saying? The Last of Us 2 was a new game with a new plot, new characters, new gameplay, new music, new voice acting, new graphics, new everything, plus the accessibility for $60. You're charging me 2 years later $70, even more, for a game to have the same features of a game from 2 years ago and everything else I've already played. And you took a key half of the game and the multiplayer component out of the original and aren't even addressing it to say, oh, don't ignore that because we're going to sell multiplayer in 2 years or whatever. Just ignore that part. This is the absolute definition, textbook definition of a cash grab. It doesn't matter what any game reviewer says when they're saying, oh, it's justified. This is the best looking game on PS5. It doesn't matter. It's not a $70 value. Objectively, it's not a $70 value.
Well, how about I was fucking telling you you're not a fucking $50 value then? You're not fucking worth $50 fucking dollars just to fucking watch you wear a fucking stupid pair of glasses. You're not even fucking worth $5 to watch you fucking wear a pair of stupid fucking gunner glasses. We can fucking say the exact same fucking thing about the shit you fucking provide. You charge idiots $50 to put on a fucking pair of shades. You charge those same idiots $100 to put on something dumb on your fucking head. Something like
fucking inflatable fucking crown.
Or some other stupid fucking hat in your rotation of fucking garbage shit. And you charge your fucking dumbass dent heads $150 fucking dollars just to put on some stupid dumbass fucking vest. This is not value for money for your fucking consumers, Phil. This is meant to reward them. You getting to fucking dress up like some fucking moron as a reward for people, apparently. No, it's not. Fucking make it worthwhile for your fucking fans. Make them actually want to give you money and make it worth their fucking while. What are they going to get for you getting that fucking money? Are they going to get some better entertainment just because you put something on your head and fucking put a vest on? No. Be fucking realistic, Phil. You're fucking the worst person in the world to talk about a cash grab when you had a goddamn vest streak going. This is the man that gave the fucking internet a vest streak and he got tens of thousands of dollars in tips consecutively for fucking wearing a goddamn vest. Minimal fucking effort. The best part is some of those vests, we didn't even have to fucking buy them. Some of them are fucking given to him. It's just incredible, man. This fucking guy talking about a cash grab. Honestly, man. Of all fucking people, just fucking call out someone else for a cash grab. It's just unbelievable, man. It's just, how does he not fucking see the hypocrisy coming out of his own fucking mouth here?
They didn't make a new game. They just overhauled an existing one. There is no one else in the gaming industry doing this and charging full price but Naughty Dog. That is the definition of a cash grab. They are saying we're taking advantage of our player base. We got them in on us 2 years ago. We sold them on everything we do now, has this progressive agenda, social justice. We got them into our group. Now they're going to buy anything we put out. So we're going to put out a game, overprice it, and pocket that money.
This sounds very fucking familiar. Honestly, it feels like he's talking about himself. It's crazy. Everything he's saying could easily apply to himself. And it's unbelievable. Every single fucking thing. It's blown my fucking mind. I'm really just, I can't fucking believe the things that are coming in his fucking mouth today. I really can't.
There is not $70 of value in this game, and no, it doesn't nothing in this game justifies that price tag when 2 years ago you bought a whole new game from the ground up with the same accessibility features for full price. 2 years later, it's a game you've already played with accessibility features and minor tweaks for full price with less features than the original. There's no justification. Zero. Zero. Sorry. It just, you can't. That's what a cash grab is. I don't care what reviewers say. They're wrong. They are objectively wrong. You can't charge that much for this game and say it's not taking advantage of your customer base. It is. It's disingenuous, it's dishonest, and it's wrong. It's morally wrong to be charging $70 for this game. That's why I don't support it. I'm not going to be supporting that shit. I can't. I absolutely cannot be supporting that. There's no way in hell. All right? So please understand that. And listen, you disagree, that's fine. Disagree. You have the right. Maybe you're the biggest fan of Naughty Dog and what they're doing with their agendas, and you're part of that movement, and you feel like if I spend $70 on this, I'm doing the right thing and I'm helping games move in the right direction. More power to you. But you got to understand something. When you support an effort like this, it's a slippery slope. All right? It is. It is. You are moving that momentum towards that way. You're going to see other game developers look at this from the outside like Mr. Burns, and they're going to take their little bony fingers. They're going to excellent. Now we can re-release our games too and charge full price, and no one.
I don't actually have anything to say. I just wanted to get a good pause. I'm not going to lie. I just can't thought I'd try and get a good pause from him being the old kind of Mr. Burn greedy hands here. I just thought I'd try and get a good pause from the situation. Let's see if we can like go forward or back a wee bit here. Can we get a good little... Get him looking at the camera, maybe. How about that? Is that a good wee little pause screen there? And just try to think here. There we go. There we go. How's that? There we go. Hang on. Let me full screen this for you guys. Let me full screen it for you. Anyone wants to print, you know, kind of a screenshot of that? There you go. There's a Phil's happiness mode. This is when he gets a good high tip. It's excellent. So there you go. Knock yourselves out, guys. Get a wee screen grab of that if you want. There we go. The happy money high face from Phil Burnell.
And no one can justify it and say that it's too expensive because they did it and got away with it. You're literally creating that situation. If you support that game practice, you're creating the bad situation. You will have no one to blame but yourself when in 2 and 3 years, every fucking game company is re-releasing a game from 5-10 years ago for $70 with the same gameplay, the same exact, you know, story, voice actors, music. Oh, we retooled the graphics for PS5 and Xbox Series X, $70. It's going to become common if you allow it to become common. Not every...
He actually thinks that the accessibility features didn't cost any money to implement. He's literally only saying that he seems really confused about how much fucking investment was required for this company to implement these features. They had to create brand new ideas. He is freaking out. I understand not liking like reselling a game for full price on a different console, but it's the same game. And if nothing's changed practically apart from maybe a tweak to the graphics, yeah, that's a bit shitty. But the fact of the matter is, he's been selling the game for all the accessibility features and all the things they've done that's amazing for accessibility features, even though it won't cater to most of the audience it's meant to be for. It will help the people that do need it. But he thinks it doesn't cost any money to implement all this shit and come up with this shit. They actually had to create brand new ideas, it seems, to fucking think of ways to try and make this more accessible for people. They literally seem to invent fucking methods to try and make this work. And he thinks it didn't cost any money whatsoever. This blows me away. This blows me away. Phil can't take in that there's money behind all these accessibility features getting implemented into the game. It cost fucking money to make it happen. You need a fucking team to code the fucking game that way to make it work for accessibility features. If Phil ran a studio, it would be dead within a week, says Barrett Wells. That was a good job Phil can't run then. He can jog, apparently. I fucking President X to doubt that. He would run that company to the fucking ground.
money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Prophet, for a super chat. It says, dude, don't you know they just copy paste from another game under another engine and it just works? Expert game developer Burnell. Exactly. He's really fucking dumb. He really is fucking. He has no clue about game development. He talks like some sort of authority on how to fucking create video games just because he's fucking been playing them most of his fucking life. So have a lot of us. A lot of us here have been playing fucking video games for a large chunk of our fucking lives. But I think it's fair to say a lot of us aren't really clued up on what the process is behind making a game from start to finish. Especially these days with games that are fucking getting these very complicated, features implemented, like accessibility features. It's not just a case about, I'm coding the game to do something and I finally got it to look good. No, it's far more. There's far more to it these days, especially kind of better games like Last of Us that are trying to push the boundaries of accessibility features. There's so much more to it. I'm not going to fucking pretend to be an authority, and that just because I fucking played games most of my life, I'm not going to pretend to know what the fuck's going on or how it fucking works. But Phil is Phil. He's the fucking authority and everything, as Warren says.
Every company is Naughty Dog. Not every company may have good progressive interests in mind. They are going to use this as the case to say, we can now do the same shit and ruin the gaming industry. All right? Do you really want these companies focusing on that, or do you want them to actually have to put effort into new full-fledged games? Right? So unless you want to see all efforts go towards, quick, rehash a game we already made 10 years ago with modern graphics and sell for 60, 70 bucks because they got away with it. If that's what you want, then support this game. That's literally what you're doing. You're enabling the industry. Or you can wait. I'm not saying don't play it. By all means, I'm not saying don't play it. I'm saying wait. Wait a few months. Wait 6 months. Wait till the game price drops to a reasonable price. Because if The Last of Us 1 re-release was $40, I'd be like, buy it now. It's worth it. Better graphics, accessibility features. It's half a game, pay half the price. Buy it now. I probably would have bought it and played it, honestly, if it was 40 bucks. But I cannot justify a $70 price tag. That is a premium price. You are lining the pockets of Naughty Dog. That's all that is. That is an absolute definition of a cash grab. And the thing is, they justify it. Oh, look at all the accessibility we added. Look at all this and that. It's still 70 bucks. It's still 70 bucks. You're still doing it for money. You're doing it for a quick cash grab. I'm sorry. You can't argue against it. The facts are there, but people want to be, we're so up our own butts with this whole positive movement of Neil Druckmann is our leader and Naughty Dog is doing the best things for gaming and blah, 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 that they don't want to see past that filter that they've got over the situation, all right? Expand Dong says just a few years ago, they gave you the Crash Trilogy or Spyro Trilogy remakes for 40 bucks each. Where did we all go so wrong? Again, they got away with this horseshit 2 years ago, and now they think they can continuously keep doing it. Wow, we actually pulled that off 2 years ago. We actually made this argument that The Last of Us 2 is not necessarily, a game you buy because it's the best game, but because it's the right thing to do. And they got away with it. They sold a ton. Did it sell as much as other big releases? No, but it sold a ton. Ended up being one of their most successful games ever. So they're going to continue on and feel like they can do no wrong as long as they hide under this guise of the things that they're doing. I'm incredibly happy that they added in all these accessibility features. I want to see every AAA game have them. I don't want every AAA game to resell themselves for $70 because of accessibility. That's bullshit. There's no justification for it. Okay. All right, so that's really what I have to say about it. There's also one hilarious thing I got to quote before we adjourn this discussion. I laughed so hard when I read it. Games Radar. Oh, yeah, I really trust these fucks. Here's the summary of their review, straight off of their review.
That's hateful slurs. He called Games Radar these fucks. He's been quite hateful straight off the bat to some, I'm calling that hateful slurs. I'm calling it. That's a bingo. Yeah, he has a viewer called Expand Dong. That's a true... Yeah, that's really his fucking name. Let's see if I can find him in chat. Where is he? Where the fuck is he? I can't even find him. I can't find him, but he has a viewer called Expand Dong.
Review. With The Last of Us Part 1 for PS5, Naughty Dog has delivered a remake of exceptional craftsmanship and creative restraint. Creative restraint. They're praising the fact that you're buying the same game for $70. They're praising it. That was an act of restraint because they could have changed something and improved it, but they didn't, to retain the original artistic vision of the game. It was an act of actual physical restraint. They had to hold back from not pulling a George Lucas on this one. Wow. Journalism in 2020, it's okay to pay more for the same. Fucking jackasses. I just can't take that shit. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I vented my frustrations. It's now time to do shoutouts. Let's do this. Okay.
And as usual, I'm going to slow it down to 1.25 speed because he reads these fast as fuck, boy.
All right. We started off today with Monk, who did a £2 super chat. It says, big ups, Phil. Cannot wait for you to play Saints Row. There will be more Saints Row coming this Friday. For your votes, it is Destroy All Humans 2 today, but it is what it is. I'm looking forward to more Saints Row as well. Jared Walsh re-upped his membership for 7 months. It says The Last of Us, The Last of Us will be free later. Just watch. I think what he's saying is it'll probably be on these on-demand systems, like, PS Plus Premium and stuff. Maybe, but they're definitely going to make their cash grab money now. They absolutely are, And man, isn't it it's fortuitous for them that there's been absolutely no AAA releases all summer. It really is. It's been fortuitous for them. There's been no game from an insanely big game studio that's come out and blown people away, because now people are craving something and people are going to buy this shit because there's nothing going on, right? And then Jared Walsh also did a super chat. His IGN gave The Last of Us on PS5 a 9. No, then they all did. I mean, I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating. If you look at all the reviews, it's 9s or 10s, which again, I have a hard time fighting because the game was my favorite game of 2013, and it's the same game. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't change anything. So obviously, the things that I liked the most about it, which honestly was the plot and the characters and the development and the story and the music, that was really big. I mean, the gameplay was good, but it really was that and the graphics that blew me away in 2013. That hasn't really changed. So obviously, it's still going to be an outstanding game. You see? Okay. On to people who have tipped. First, we had an anonymous tipper. To me, $4.20, saying, why am I offended by the humor of Destroy All Humans? It's high school level humor. Don't be approved. I'm not offended. If I was offended, I wouldn't keep playing the game. I'm just cringing like crazy because I don't like it. It's like, for example, let's say you're watching a TV show, right? And it's the first 5 minutes, it's promising, but then literally everything after that is like, oh, God, this character is boring and sucks. This character is stupid and sucks. This character just won't stop fucking doing arm farts like this every time they're on screen. You're like, this is the writing of the show. This is actually the show. You cringe and you change the channel. I can't change the channel. That's the whole game. You see? It's not that, oh, I'm offended. I can't take this. I just don't like it. It's annoying. It's stupid.
God, I wish I could change a fucking channel right now. Fucking bingo.
It's boring. It's not interesting to me. It's contrived. It's over the top way too much. You see? The Bear, to me, $3.50, says some friendly advice. Stop giving your audience old games as gameplay. Listen to this. If you call yourself professional, buy new games that come out. Don't be afraid to bite the bullet. So this guy is criticizing me. This is hilarious. This guy is criticizing me because I have not bought any new games recently. I'm only playing old games. Everett says, this is low-hanging fruit. Don't take it. Ignore the low-hanging fruit. Should I ignore it? Should I just move on? Damn. You don't want me to bite? We're playing. Should I save it for Sunday Night Bites? Take the bait? Right? Oh, the color just changed. Oh, I must have the color correction on. I didn't even realize that. Don't take the bait. Don't do it. Wow. Here we go. Okay, color correction's off. Now I can look human again. Oh, man. Flame him. Flame this man. Forget it. Carlos has tipped me $4.20. Says, to be fair, you told your viewers during August to forego memberships in favor of tipping. You said you had 2 big bills passing, and the trolls screwing with you were also a factor.
Thank you very much. Whoever the fuck tipped that, I don't approve of giving Phil money, but that's a fucking good question. It fucking highlights Phil's stupidity and hypocrisy here. That is the fucking kind of question you want to see this guy getting fucking thrown at him to try and justify how he fucking dug his own grave here for his fucking memberships being where they are right now. Excellent bait question, although you gave Phil $4, fucking idiots.
Carlos, you have to understand something. That was the first half of the month, and this happened in the last week. Here's typically what happens. This is really what's historically been happening here on DSP Gaming. The first week of the month, sometimes we get a big influx of people who become members or renew their memberships or gift. The second and third weeks of the month, stagnant. And then at the end of the month, there's a rallying. People want to see me hit the goal for the month, right? People get excited for the goal for the month. They want to see it happen. And all of a sudden, people renew memberships, become members, or gift memberships. This is how it's happened. It's basically first and last week of the month is where all the membership activity happens. Middle of the month is always dead. Okay? This month, you're absolutely right. There was a couple weeks there, very tough for me, rough. I needed help with tips to even just pay my bills. You guys supported me. Thank you. I got through the month. I really appreciate that. But typically what happens is that last week, okay, now we can rally and we can make this happen. And what happened? Copyright strikes. And now people are like, well, I don't want to renew. I don't want to gift. Because what if Phil's channel gets suspended? Now I don't get the benefits of my membership because Phil's channel got suspended, right? So I get that. And that's what I've been saying is that's the effect. I mean, yeah, this is bullshit because we're in a situation where I did nothing wrong. Someone is committing crimes against me, and now I lose income because of it. It's bullshit. All right? Now, thank God, there's been nothing further. But I understand what you're saying, but that's kind of like not understanding how it actually works here on the channel. I don't blame you. You're absolutely right in what you're saying, but it doesn't really apply, because what would have happened is we would have had that rally in the last week, and that's when this happened to me.
I actually have no fucking idea if that's true or not, Phil. You're fucking assuming that would have fucking happened. But Phil, if you're fucking correct in your logic, you should have had a massive gift fucking bomb of subs, or members, sorry, at the start of the month. The start of August, you should have had a fucking massive amount of gifted members in some capacity, or just normal people fucking doing memberships. You didn't. Your logic fucking falls apart right then and there, because the first few weeks, in fact for all of this fucking month, not just the last week or so, but for the entire fucking month, 0 fucking people stepped up to gift you member bombs or anything. Nobody fucking cared. You offered a fucking rageathon, nobody fucking cared. You're fucking assuming things are going to happen just because it happened in the fucking past. It is dangerous to assume that thing is going to fucking happen just because it happened once before. Or twice before. That is such a lazy fucking way of going about life. It's like me turning up to these fucking, and doing these bingo things and assuming you guys are going to fucking always maybe give some money sometimes. And me, I was like, am I going to fucking freak out if nobody gives me money? No. Obviously, as I said, I like money. I'm not going to fucking say I don't like money. But I've been doing this fucking shit even before I got, I could actually make anything on the fucking channel. Before I had 1,000 subs. I do this for fun. Well, obviously it's nice to get some money as well, obviously by people, but I'm not fucking making that a priority though. I'm not expecting people to give me anything. I'm not going to demand people give me anything. If people want to give me things, that's some cool shit, but they don't fucking have to, and I'm not going to fucking ask them to. For Phil though, he fucking turns up to his shit expecting this. He expects fucking people to step up for him when he wants them to. He has an expectation from his fans to give him things when he clicks his fingers and demands it from them. And if he doesn't get it, he's going to find some fucking thing to blame it on us. It's a troll's fault, it's a hater's fault. I've had a criminal thing happen against me and all that shit. But if people were actually fucking interested and invested in giving you members, Phil, where was the fucking first, the start, the member bomb shit, all the hype for members at the start of the month of August? It never happened. It never materialised. Nothing happened. You tried to offer some rageathon as an incentive and nobody gave a fucking shit. Dense motherfucker.
Okay. There you go. Alright. I received a $10.04 tip from Jared. $10.04. I don't know what's up with the 4 cents, but thank you, Jared. Hold on. Oops. And he says the following. Are you going to play the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the new Pokemon game? Are you going to do a video game calendar update for September to December? Any sports games that you're going to play this year? I guess I have to address these one by one. I'm playing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game Saturday. It's a marathon. It's the Cowabunga Pizza Party. I'm playing it all day. I'm going to go through the history of those games and play quite a lot of them. I doubt that I'm going to be playing all of them. I think there's 13 games in the collection. I don't think I can get through that many. But the ones that I played, like the NES Classic, the 2 arcade games, I think there's one of the NES games that's actually a spin-off of the arcade games that was NES exclusive, okay? Then there's the 2 fighting games, which I'm definitely playing at least one, if not both. And then we'll see how much time we have, because that's a lot of games to get through in one marathon session. There's the Game Boy games. Maybe I'll play a Game Boy game. I never played the Game Boy versions, so I don't know what those are like, okay? So there you have it. That's basically what I'm doing this Saturday, plus going through my history of Ninja Turtles, plus pizza. It's going to be fun, okay? Pokemon. Yes, I'll be playing the new Pokemon. I purposely stayed away from playing too many Pokemon games in a year, so when this new Pokemon game came out, it would be fresh and new. There was a remake last fall. I skipped it, so I could play Legends Arceus earlier this year, or Arceus, however you pronounce it. And now I've been away from Pokemon for a while. Now we can play the new one. So yes, I'm playing the new one. I think that's November. Well, I do a video game calendar update for September to December. I haven't done a video game calendar update in years. I don't do those anymore. What I do is I have a podcast, and every once in a while I'll go through the calendar schedule on the podcast explaining what I'm doing. I've actually gone through this several times in the last couple of weeks, kind of updating along the fly, because we just had Gamescom that just happened. And when Gamescom happened, it actually populated a lot more dates in the gaming schedule to know what was coming out. So as of today, I kind of have a rough idea of what's coming out. Here, I'll do it in turbo mode. You ready? Disney Dreamlight Valley, September 5th. Splatoon 3, September 9th. The Modern Warfare 2 Open Beta for PS5, September 18th. Return to Monkey Island, September 19th. The Xbox Series X version of the Modern Warfare 2 Beta, September 24th. Overwatch 2, October 4th. A Plague Tale Requiem, October 18th. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, October 20th. New Tales from the Borderlands, October 21st. Scorn, October 21st. Gotham Knights, October 21st. Resident Evil 8 DLC and Reverse, October 28th. Bayonetta 3, October 28th. Sonic Frontiers, November 8th. God of War Ragnarok, November 9th. Atari's 50th Anniversary Collection, November 11th. Goat Sim 3, November 17th. The Devil in Me, November 18th. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, November 18th. Evil West, November 22nd. Warhammer 40k Dark Tide, November 30th, although that's a question mark because it might only be coming out on PC at that time and the console version may be delayed. Callisto Protocol, December 2nd. Dragon Quest Treasures, December 9th. High on Life, December 13th. And then there's nothing else until January, but there you go. Any sports games I'm going to play this year? No.
Shut your hole.
The only sports game I may go back to is do that final session of Madden. At this point, I have no plans on doing that. I'd rather do other games. So, no. No really plans for any sports stuff. Okay. A release date for a new Shovel Knight game is announced. September 23rd. Really? Is it a brand new full-fledged Shovel Knight game? Or is it a spin-off of the original? Because I actually really like the original. I played it many years ago.
What the fuck's he doing with his fucking face? What's this shit?
Shovel Knight game? Or is it a spin-off of the...
What the hell is this? Can anyone explain to me what the fuck he's doing?
The original. Because I actually really like the original. I played it many years ago. But I didn't know that there was actually a sequel coming out.
I'm just trying to understand what the fuck he's doing here.
September 23rd. Really? Is it a brand new full-fledged Shovel Knight game? Or is it a spin-off of the original? Because I actually really like the original. I played it many years ago. But I didn't know that there was actually a sequel coming out. Are you saying that there's a sequel coming out and it's a brand new game that I should be interested in? And what's it called, by the way? Can you have a hug? Heatwave Xena? Yeah, but not from me. It's called Shovel Knight Dig. Well, that name sucks. That name stinks. You could go up with something better than that. Well, I'll put it on the schedule. I'll have to look into it. I'm not going to commit to it until I look into it. I didn't even know. Am I going to play Saints Row 2 when I beat Saints Row 1? Unlikely. I feel like that's overload playing two of the exact same game back to back like that. You know, every time I do it, usually people criticize it. It's very rare times when I would do it. You know, GTA was one of the exceptions, and even then people were tired, so I don't think we're going to be doing it right away. It's definitely a possibility I'll do it. I just don't think it's going to be, like, immediate. Expand Dunk says, since people are talking about reviews, I think people are too hard on the new Saints Row. I see multiple people playing it and saying that they're enjoying it. I don't think it's a big, bad disaster train wreck. Have you seen anyone on a vehicle drive into anything? Because that's apparently number one thing that everyone complains about is the game has no physics. So you're on a bike, you drive across the map, you drive into a wall, you stay on the bike like you're glued to it. You drive a car into the side of a truck, the truck flips and explodes. So I don't know how you can how you can even defend that. It's a sandbox game without sandbox physics. Okay. Well, I played Parade 2017. I did. I did a full playthrough of Parade 2017. I loved it that year. I thought it was one of the best games of the year. A lot of people disagreed with me. I loved it. I have a full playthrough up right now on DSP Gaming you can watch. Cowabunga Jade. We're getting there. Saturday, Cowabunga dudes. Zen Shuriken says, I've seen streams where Saints Row looks fun. The graphics are really good, but the enemy AI is trash. Am I aware of words that I use in high frequency, such as admittedly, pertinent, or robust? Well, admittedly, the pertinence of the words that I use over and over could be seen as a robust use. Yes, it's called mannerisms. Everyone has them. They have dialect mannerisms. Words that you tend to use over and over in your spoken word dialect that are kind of filler words. Meaning, when you're thinking in your head what you want to say next, you'll use that word as filler to fill time so your brain can process the next statement you want to make. So you'll hear things said over and over in someone's dialogue that maybe is just a word that doesn't need to be there, but it's there for a reason to kill time so they can process the next statement. Or else they'd be talking just like that. Constantly freezing to process the next statement. Would you rather have silence or would you rather have filler words? Okay then. Ow, that hurt. Ow. Why'd I do that? Anyway, the bear tipped me $1.69 and says, there are 3 games I'm sure your audience would want to see you play, which are Soul Hackers and Xenoblade 3 or Cult of Lamb. So, Soul Hackers and Xenoblade 3, lengthy, Japanese-style RPGs that aren't going to fit my style right now. I literally just finished Final Fantasy VII. We do have a lot of games coming out starting in October. I don't have time to play games that are anywhere from 60 to 100 plus hours. That would take me months to beat. I can't play them. I can't. I would love to play Xenoblade Chronicles 3. From what people are saying, to play it and get a good experience out of it, it's around 60 to 80 hours. If you do all the content, it's 140. So now I gotta brush through the game, so I don't have stuck for months in limbo with other new releases. It's not gonna work. I've explained it a million times.
Some people are just kind of pointing it in chat, and I was going to do it myself, and I just thought I can't be arsed. Him trying to explain him saying certain things as a dialect, that's not a dialect. A dialect is basically someone's voice. Like, you know, that's an interesting dialect you've got there. Where you from? It's like, oh, I'm from, like, for me, it's like, I'm Central Scotland and all shit. Dialect is basically how you sound, in my opinion. That's how I interpret dialect. You know, that's personally me. I interpret dialect as, like, you know, it's like hearing somebody that's from, you know, lives in a country, but they have a different kind of accent. So that's an interesting dialect you've got. Where you're from? Because I guess accent and dialect could also be the same kind of thing. Accents, yeah, but dialect is not. It's just mannerisms. It's like phrases. It's like common kind of phrases. Dialect is someone's accent. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Dialect is geographical, sociological development of language. Yeah. Like, it's fascinating how, like, it's like, you know, if you're from one country and you live in one country for so long and you move somewhere else, and it's like how your original accent morphs into the kind of accent of the area you're from. You know, you're now in. Like, if I moved to America, for example, how long would it take for my accent to lose some of that rough Scottishness and be a bit more Americanised? It'd probably take a fucking long time, because it's a rough fucking language to get through. But yeah, you know what I'm saying though? It's kind of like that, you know, it's like these kind of languages can bastardise and just morph and evolve just because it just changes, obviously, because of the society, you know, people around you. You're influenced by the language around you. That's essentially it. But yeah, it's not dialect that fucking determines the phrases and things that you say. That's just mannerisms, essentially. He's using words he doesn't know definitions to again. Exactly, he's pretending to be a fucking expert in the subject. Mr. Valedictorian don't know dick. And Damien Anderson is saying that I wouldn't lose much of my accent if I lived in Boston, Massachusetts. Who knows? Who knows? I'd love to go to America again, but it's just we'll have to wait and see what happens. I was there as a kid. I told you guys before. I was in Los Angeles as a kid in 1996, I think. I loved it. Loved it. But I'd love to do like New York and Chicago and Los Angeles again, maybe Florida, just all these. I'd love to visit every fucking state if I could, just to fucking check it out. Go to Canada as well. Love to go. I just loved. I mean, I've always liked the idea of traveling, and I've been to several places in the world, but most of them are kind of European. Like, I've been to say Belgium, France, Netherlands, Germany. I've been in Spain as well, obviously, and fucking different islands, and the Balearic Islands and the Canary Islands. And I've been to Mexico and America as well, but I'd love to see more, you know. If Prophet wants me to stay the fuck out of Canada, no, I'm coming, whether you like it or not. You got a spare room, buddy?
Cult of the Lamb, I have not heard a single person explain to me why Cult of the Lamb is a must-play game. Everyone says, oh, it's because everyone else is streaming it and playing it. Oh, it's kind of like a roguelike, but it kind of has an adult element to it because it's a cult sacrificing things. Like, but what is it that I need to play? What am I missing? And no one can explain that. It's just, oh, it's just popular. Yeah, because it's a fucking stream popular game. It's the big one for the summer, like Among Us, like Fall Guys, like Fortnite. It's one of those stream popular games. It's not one that you're missing out on if you don't play, and it's not something that's going to get new people to my channel. It's not something my core fan base is going to fall in love with. I don't know. I just don't see the point. I really don't.
2 times
Maybe I'm
speed.
contrarian, right? And I rally against the
2 times speed, guys. I've had enough 2 times speed. So let's just turbocharge it out through the rest of the fucking thing. We're 4 away from a full house, but I've got a feeling he's not going to fucking say all of them. We've been close for a few of them, but he wouldn't mention business no matter how hard we tried.
I don't know. I just don't see the point. I really don't. Maybe I'm a contrarian, right? And I rally against the things that are mainstream popular. I don't know why people would say that because I play a lot of mainstream popular games. I've been waiting for one, for a long time to come out. Like I said, no AAA games the whole summer of interest to me, but I don't know. Okay. What's on the menu tonight? Puff Mama Chili. What? Okay. No. I didn't say there was no games. I hate when people misquote me. But you said there's no games. No, I said this has been a summer. 3 months. 3 months. Where there's been no high-profile AAA stuff.
Did this motherfucker have to look at his own fingers to make sure he's actually holding up to number 3? let's just go back to that. Let's go full screen.
Shut your hole.
And let's. Oh shit! I didn't mean to fucking play that. Sorry. Shut your hole. But hang on. Let's look at his fingers and look at his hand. His eyes confused.
No, I said this has been a summer. 3 months. 3 months.
Oh, I held up 4. He actually held up 4. He's so fucking confused. No wonder it was fucking. Jesus Christ. Tries to say 3 and holds up 4. This motherfucker's a valedictorian, can't even count in one hand.
Where there's been no high-profile AAA style games. Name me one high-profile AAA style game that's come out since like May. Ever since like Summer Game Fest, right? It's been indie game, little re-release, you know what I mean? Mid-sized, maybe okay release. There's been nothing amazing. Nothing, oh my god, you blew my socks off, giant game. And because of that, it's been a very slow time. Okay. That was a SpongeBob quote. What am I eating for dinner tonight? We are eating slow cooker, carnitas, pork, taco burritos. What I mean by that is we bought a pork loin roast that is marinated in a carnitas seasoning and sauce, and you have to slow cook it for hours in a slow cooker with a little bit of water, and what happens is the juices become like a broth, and what happens is after 3 or 4 hours, you rip the meat and it just tears apart like pulled pork, and you put that into a taco burrito shell or a fajita, you know, burrito tortilla. That's the word I was looking for, tortilla, and you add other things to it. So we're gonna have that, probably a little bit of salsa, maybe I have some jalapenos that I bought, we have a little bit of sauce, you put it on there, you eat it like that, that's what we're having for dinner. So we've never had this before. Obviously we've done tacos before, we usually it's like ground beef or ground turkey. We've done, excuse me, like chicken, fajitas. We've never done it with actual slow cooker carnitas pork. So we're trying that today. We're gonna see how good it is. Hopefully it's good. Here you go. All right. Do I ever get acid reflux from spicy stuff? I do sometimes. It's not all the time, but I do sometimes. It depends. For me, you gotta understand, I already have issues with various types of food. I have partial lactose intolerance. I have issues with gout. So I already have kind of like some food intolerances where I can eat it, but then I kind of suffer afterward. So it's not necessarily spiciness that gets me, but it's some other things that can get me. So. Do you remember the Choco Malos? I remember them. Yeah, they don't exist now. Yeah, they don't exist because they were made by Thinking, and Thinking went out of business when they were bought out by GameStop, and GameStop liquidated their business. How nice, right? Oh, this is great, everyone. Our very popular online-based retailer that sells geek-like, pop culture, video game, and cool items has been bought by a larger company. This means the best for us. This is excellent. We can't wait to thrive and grow. Oh, we're out of business. They liquidated us and laid everyone off. How nice, right?
Hey, said fucking business. Hey, fucking hooray, said business. That's a double bingo right there as well. We're 3 away. Double fucking bingo. We're 3 away. He needs to say it absolutely positively. He needs to say what are you talking about or what the fuck are you talking about. And he has to say reality.
I drink coffee only in the morning, but in the evening I drink 1 cup of coffee with my breakfast, which I've already had, and I drink 1 cup of coffee right before my second stream. So I have 2 cups of coffee a day, and they're black. No sugar, no creamer, nothing. Just black coffee. I drink it not for the flavor, not for the enjoyment, but for the buzz. I need that caffeine boost to keep myself going and get that energy. That's what I drink it for. Okay. Okay. No sound. There's sound. Someone lost sound. There's sound. Okay, guys. I think it's time to end our little shindig here called the Level 1 Podcast. I almost called it the Pre-Stream Podcast. It's just as bad as when I went from Twitch to YouTube and I kept calling it subs and cheers. It's just as bad. I'm still months later calling this podcast the Pre-Stream. It's the Level 1 Podcast. All right, guys, let's end the show. I do have to use the restroom briefly. It won't be a long break. There's a couple minutes here for you to use the restroom, and then we're going to jump back into Straw Humans 2. Hopefully it's better than yesterday, but I'll be honest. I really don't think the plot's going to change its tone. I think it's going to be very mature and stupid, and we got to put up with that while I'm enjoying the gameplay elements. So, okay. Thank you guys for a great show. Thank you for a great month. Let's end it with positivity. It was a great overall streaming month. I loved August. It was a good time for us to finish up fun projects, to start new ones, to check out re-releases, and have a good time. Even though the nonsense with the false copyright strike definitely brought us down, I have no fear that the future is going to be better and that it's not going to be an issue. So thank you guys, and let's move forward positively, all right? Excellent. Thanks a lot. I'll see ya in September. It's so far away. Awesome.
And I'm going to ignore his dumbass outro, because fuck you, Phil.
Okay, so now you're terrified yet again by Cartoon Phil. Let's switch over. Switch back over here. Let's see here. Let's make sure. We should have the webcam. Here we go. Cool. All right, I'll be a few minutes, but I won't be super long. I'm going to use the restroom. Nature calls, as they say. When I return, we'll resume with Destroy All Humans 2. Thank you all for voting. Thanks for watching. And let's take a brief break. I'll be right back. All right, guys. Thanks. See you in a sec.
We're 18 minutes behind Phil right now, right? If I fast forward, like 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 10 minutes, he was on break for 10 minutes, 11, 12, okay. He had like a 12-minute break or something, because I'm now at like 7 minutes behind.
Let's see what this game does.
Here we go.
All right, guys, I'm coming back from break, and I hope that you guys are ready to see where this game goes. Right? I guess we're going to find out. Excuse me. Okay, so we go here. My stuff is going here. Get this out of here. Go away. Click on this. There we go there. Click on that. Click on this. Get this. Turn on this. What about this? How about this? And this here. And then how about this? And then that. And caught. The wire is too twisted. Let's untwist. Untwist. There we go. We untwist it. All right. Here we go. Time for more of this epic Shakespearean level writing. I just can't wait. Oh, that's definitely what I wanted to see as we started today. As much naked rich as I can get, the better. Excellent. Oh, boy. Good God. Fuck me. All right. So, we're in Albion, which is their version of London. I don't know why they couldn't call them what they really are. They couldn't say San Francisco and London. What's so offensive about that? They certainly do things way more offensive than use the real names of the cities that you're supposed to be in. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, my friends, welcome back.
He is recording for YouTube, guys. That's the end of bingo, I'm afraid. 22 out of 25. Honestly, I did like the idea of having absolutely positively on the bingo card. I think I'm going to just change that to absolutely. I'm going to remove the positively. But if we keep absolutely, it would have been a bingo for that one. Because he does say that quite a bit. So I think I'm going to just, you know, tweak that just so it's absolutely only. So I'll do that for next time. So yeah, sadly we didn't get a full house. I was really hoping we would, but keep in mind, that's not the only thing that let us down. It didn't say what you're talking about. It didn't say what the fuck are you talking about. It didn't say reality. So it wasn't just one thing letting us down. It's not Renault's fault. I'm not blaming DJ Renault. No. In fact, it's thanks to him we can actually still use it. We just need to tweak it a bit. So the bingo's not rigged. It's just we're a bit unlucky lately with some things, but it is what it is. Phil, right now, as we are live, he has $22. So there we go, $22 for Phil right now. But yeah, I'm just going to end it there, essentially. Let's just get rid of some of the things, and we're going to end things how we always end things. We're going to end it with Notorious PIG contributions. Am I going to do anything tomorrow for Phil's day off? I don't think so. I could stream anything, essentially. I don't know if people want anything. Like, I mean, if people want fucking, what do you call it? Shit, what's that game called? The quiz game. Shit, what's it called again? If you want me to do that game, I can fucking do it. You know, the fucking shit, I can play fucking Quiplash 2, yeah. Yeah, Quiplash game, yeah. If people want me to do that, I can do that tomorrow if people want. But I don't know. I mean, I might do it, I might not. But yeah, fuck it. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet tomorrow. Put it that way. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Keep an eye out if you're interested. But there were no bingo anyway because Phil's off. But yeah, thank you very much, guys. I keep me right in the bingo card today. Kept me right for the bingo stuff. Things I missed, you kind of pointed out and made sure we didn't miss anything important. Sadly, it wasn't a full house, but it is what it is. Thank you as well for all the super chats and contributions. I do appreciate it massively. And yeah, you guys have been amazing this month, honestly, man. Like, it's like I'm getting like more than I thought I would, and it's like it's crazy to think just in the bingo and you're fucking. You guys are, you know, so generous to the contributions here and there. And that's why I'm sad that we can't get more full houses because I want to be able to give back to you guys more. And I might try and tweak things in the future for the bingo side of things so I can actually give back to you more. I don't know. I don't want to make it too easy for you, you know, but I'm trying to see if I can tweak it in the future. Maybe I can change some things up because I would like to be able to give back to you guys some more. But we'll have to wait and see what I can figure out. But for now, guys, thank you very much for everything you've done. And I'll catch you guys probably tomorrow for some kind of stream. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet, but, you know, if you're not here tomorrow, I'll be here on Friday for DSP's, for some more DSP bingo, essentially. But, yeah, this is the Notorious PIG contributions song, video by Pixar Animations. But thanks again, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and I'll catch you all later. Peace out. Thanks again.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money, when you go outside and all of a sudden greenbacks start falling from the sky and you raise your face up. You're like, oh, you start dancing. You go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money.
Free.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that, in an instant, fucking gone.
By the way, guys, Damien Anderson just subscribed right there, so I'd feel a bit bad if I didn't play the animation for him, so if he's still here,
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
so yeah, cheers for subscribing, Damien Anderson. I'll catch you guys later.